Hello there internet dwellers, welcome back to another video. Today I thought we could revisit one of my favorite analog horrors, Greylock. Now Greylock, recently the creators of Greylock, they said that they're working on stuff behind the scenes and that, and they have a Patreon open now for you guys to go and support, and they'll have updates there. So the series isn't over. The last video was over a year ago now, so a lot of people have been questioning, is it over? Did they stop doing it? They are very much still going, and you guys can go support them at the Patreon. I know I did. I'll have it linked in the description down below alongside the channel itself and the playlist. So please go watch all these videos for yourself. If you haven't heard of Greylock, you are in for a treat. Go watch it for yourself. It's amazing. I kind of forgot what happened. I know bits and bobs, little things here and there, little things that stick out to me, but the overarching story is lost to me at the moment because it's been so long. So I want to remind myself, because I think maybe a new video will be coming out. I'm not sure, soonish. They made the announcement like a couple weeks ago, I think, or a week or so ago, about the Patreon. So I'm assuming they're still working on things in the background. But anyway, if you enjoy watching along horrors and stuff like that, then consider subscribing to the channel, because this is what I do. I react to analog horrors. Sometimes I play scary games, but I mainly react because that's what you guys seem to enjoy, and you know, I enjoy it too. Tape 1, back online, Greylock. Okay guys, so here we go. Tape 1 back online. Jeez. That is loud, my goodness.
Systems online. Meeting sequence complete.
Okay. So I need to remind myself.
Emergency shutdown protocols disengaged. System was offline for time code 0106. Contact technician for assistance.
Right.
Welcome to Simuldyne USA Enhanced Access Operations. Please
Wow.
enter your clearance credentials.
This is a wreck. What's been happening here?
Error. These credentials are not recognized.
Is that someone there? Look, a little shadow of someone there.
Clearance credential requirement overridden. Administrator privileges granted. Welcome back. Unknown user ID.
Okay, so someone's came back and logged back into this system, and this is obviously maybe at the end of the whole operation or the whole thing that's been happening.
What would you like to do? Accessing archival storage form, GBS.
Right.
Data
So, hang on.
extraction initiated.
Oh, wait.
Data extraction, 10% complete.
Okay, they're extracting data. They're downloading old archival footage of, like, the project, I assume.
4 complete. Data extraction, 80% complete. Data extraction complete.
There we go. Got it.
All data extracted to error, no.
Right, hang on. Let me just quickly go back, because that just flashed like a little thing at the end there. Okay, so this is the company, I think, that was being logged into. We're going to learn a little bit more about this company. I completely forgot, in honesty. I just remember something about devices in the 50s, like spy cameras and stuff being accessed or something like that. Can't really remember, but we're going to jump into the second video now. Tape 2, to the mountain, Greylock. Rightio, so this one doesn't have a description either, so let's get into this. Here we go. Honestly guys, just if you're new to it, just stick with it. Trust me, stick with it. It's fantastic.
Mark my words, there is no good that can come from the pursuit of darkness. Let me read to you, dear believer, the words of the late brilliant Charles Spurgeon, who discussed this at length in a sermon all the way back in 1864. He said, quote, "Our adversary, the devil, goes about like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. We are taught by our Lord Jesus to pray, do not lead us into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. What we are taught to seek or shun in prayer, we should equally pursue or avoid in action. Very warily, therefore, should we endeavor to avoid temptation, seeking to walk in the path of obedience so that we may never be guilty of tempting the devil to tempt us.
Tempt the devil to tempt us.
We are not to enter the thicket in search of the lion. We may pay dear.
Okay. So they're driving to Mount Greylock. And I believe that is the mountain's name. So Greylock, I believe, is a place. Oh, okay. So they're going hiking there for some reason. And they're recording. Which you need to think to yourself, why are they recording? Why are they recording this normal hike? You know? What significance does it have? And there's the blood guys. So something has happened here, or is happening here. What are they zooming into right now? What is that? More blood. Ew. Said something about the blue came. Hang on a sec. Is this like a news report here? Hang on. Let me see if the English auto-generated captions can help. Music. Brilliant. So that's music right there, guys. Okay, so they said something about... Let me go back. They came across the mangled carcass of what they believe to be. That's key right there. A carcass of a mangled animal. So I'm guessing what we heard there is a news report of what we're seeing now. Talk about a human skull. Including what? We're going to go in the comments, guys, and see if there's someone who decoded this, who's got better ears than Uncle Baz. Hang on. Human skin, did that just say? A human skull? Yeah, I've completely... It's lost me. I tried decoding some words there. My brain scrambled.
When we will come face to face with the devil himself, whether we intended to or not, dear.
Interesting. And this preacher is talking about coming face to face with the devil, and he's out there in this freaking mountain, probably about to come in contact with an evil entity.
Believer,
so
we are drawn to him by our own hearts. In Matthew chapter 15, verse 19, it says, "For out of the heart come evil thoughts, murder, adultery, sexual immorality, theft, false witness, slander." There is a shadow
out of the hat.
nested deep within our hearts, within our minds, in a place most people don't even know exists within themselves.
So they're just saying we're sinful, basically. Like, I don't like that kind of preaching as some religion. That's like you need to pray constantly because you are sinful. You are a sinner just by existing. They say that we were born in sin, but it's like, come on, man. No one really asked to be born, did they? And you know what? Let's not get into this.
The devil is going to call to those depths, dear believer. And though you may tremble before the beast, you should make it easier on yourself. And accept what it is that he bestows upon you.
Accept what it is? What? I feel like maybe I might be wrong here. Hang on, let me just wait. I don't know what that just said, but at the start it sounds. Oh dear. See, at the start it sounds like a preacher talking about Christianity, right? Talking about Jesus and stuff. But at the end there, he's saying that you need to just accept what the devil bestows upon you, which kind of speaks like devil worshipping. So it's like this person was listening to devil worship whilst going into Mount Greylock to look for this thing to meet the devil. Okay, here we go. So this is what the actual like news thing said during that audio. And this is by a DM Swordmaster. Were shocked and horrified when they came across what they at first believed to be the mangled carcass of an animal. But when the hikers noticed a human skull, they hurried to contact authorities. A human skull, a human skull. The two men who wish to remain anonymous say that they've hiked the Mount Greylock trails for over a decade, and though they've certainly seen their share of bizarre things over the years, they couldn't have possibly been prepared for what they witnessed today. Away, the devil is still with you. Once he's looked into your eyes, a piece of you will be tethered to him, and he will pull it like a thread and unravel you bit by bit. The devil, dear believer, has a plan for you. Oof. Jeez, I hope he doesn't. Is it going to take up much time? Because I'm kind of busy, and honestly, I don't. Shut up, Ryan. Tape 3. Orientation Protocols. Greylock. Right, so this is where it starts getting very, very interesting, and we start learning about the theme of what this may be about. I remember this was what sold this series to me, this video. I was very excited after watching this video for more Greylock content, because the other kind of videos confused me. There wasn't much to go off there other than something weird's happening, and some admin or some higher up of this old project is accessing files. And I'm guessing these are the files that they accessed. This cassette is intended for the sole use of name Alexander Michael Marsh. Okay, that might be an important name, guys.
Greetings, and welcome to the Preconditional Protocols and Orientation video system provided by Unit 13 as part of the United States Army and Project Stargate, created in partnership with Semiodyne US.
Semiodyne, so that was the corporation or company that was shown at the start.
On behalf of all of us here at Unit 13, congratulations on your selection as one of our testing candidates.
Testing candidates.
You likely have a lot of questions, and this video is designed to answer them all. First, let's go over some background information to provide you with the crucial context you'll need for a full understanding of what it is we're doing at Unit 13.
What are you doing?
I'm sure you've heard plenty of rumors surrounding what it is that we do, but we are willing to bet that most everything you've heard is wrong. Being a highly confidential part of Project Stargate, which you've already been briefed on, Unit 13 studies a revolutionary and promising area of parapsychology.
Parapsychology.
If you're
Thought
unfamiliar with
forms.
what thought forms are, that's okay. You're in the majority. So, what are thought forms?
What? Yeah.
Through the ages, occultists and spiritualists, Tibetan monks to theosophists, have exercised the creation of what is sometimes referred to as a tulpa, otherwise known as a thought form.
A tulpa.
A thought form is the manifestation of a person's will, emotion, or other deeply psychologically energized state into a semi-physical form.
Okay, so it's literally your thoughts becoming a manifested physical form.
Existing as not only an extension of the person, but as its own independent and sentient entity. Thought forms are also able to be witnessed and experienced by third parties, and are not limited solely to the person who developed them.
Okay,
Thought forms have been formed.
so what they're saying is you could see someone else's thought form, which is a very interesting concept, to which, like, that may be what ghosts are. Ghosts are just the manifestation of someone's thoughts. That's
to serve as
crazy.
familiars, companions, or even friends to those who conjure them. According to key literature, thought forms can be intentionally formed by a single person or multiple people, though they can be unintentionally formed as well. But they are always manifested through the deep will and focus of a person in a considerably heightened state of connectivity with their own consciousness. Traditional thought forms can vary widely in their level of influence in the real world. While they usually take physical formations eventually, their earliest stages are more apparitional in nature, with brief manifestations, though most often remaining as an unseen essence, much like a phantom or a ghost. At this
Okay, so yeah, it's like a ghost.
thought forms and ghosts are very similar in a number of ways. Individuals can make contact with them through communication devices, such as a Ouija board or through EVP sessions, while the thought form may respond through moving objects, manipulating electronics, or even speaking words and short phrases. Due to their striking similarities, a current theory established by Unit 13 suggests that what we know as ghosts may not be as common as we once believed. Rather than a deceased person's energy being left behind after death, it's possible, and indeed likely, that these paranormal entities are actually thought forms that are unintentionally created by those individuals that the deceased has left behind.
So they're saying the energy behind the grief of the people left behind from the deceased is what's causing the thought form to show. That's pretty wild.
Time in deeply emotional states, where their mental capacity is largely occupied by a powerful focus on the departed individual. In other words, as these are the ideal conditions from which thought forms are born, people
They say where concentration goes, energy flows. Depending on the charge of that emotion that you're feeling, it's a very high emotion, like very you know, it just takes over your body, and it's like you pour that emotion into a thought. They say that's what like manifesting is, right?
Create their own ghosts and hauntings. However, as more time and energy is invested into the development of the thought form, they begin to harness more influence on their environment, until eventually exhibiting a semi-permanent physical appearance and, in due course, becoming as tangible as a living creature.
Damn, okay.
This is where Unit 13's interest comes in.
Alright.
We've sought to answer a very important question. Can thought forms be created in a manner that would benefit American society?
They're gonna make them into soldiers, aren't they? That's what they're. Why? Why is this always the way? They discover something new, like, oh my god, wow, we've had this like breakthrough. This is amazing. We can create things through our thoughts with like highly like concentrated energy charge. And the US government were like, can we turn that into an army? Can we turn those into soldiers? Can we turn them into cannon fodder? That is insane. But you know what?
And help keep
I mean, I don't know how much money goes into the US military budget, but
American citizens safe. Unfortunately, the practice of intentionally creating a thought form by traditional methods would undoubtedly take years and years of devout mental training.
okay.
So, Project Stargate has enlisted a world-renowned authority in thought forms, a man named Dr. Bernard Hayes, to oversee a number
Dr.
of
Bernard
the operations
Hayes.
related to Unit 13's work.
Okay.
His participation has been invaluable.
So what makes this man such a world-renowned authority in thought forms? What makes him a world-renowned? What does he do? Does he just create these things?
Related to Unit 13's work. His participation has been invaluable and has brought fruitful results to the project. Due to Unit 13 and Semiodyne USA's combined efforts, bringing together some of the most prestigious minds in the world, specializing in the sciences of the human consciousness, with cutting-edge technology and engineering methods, we've created a groundbreaking, proprietary invention. Introducing the Thought Form Manifester.
The Thought Form Manifester. This is not a good idea, guys.
The Thought Form Manifester is able to create truly independent.
There's going to be an army of waifus out there. Do not let the anime nerds get their hands on this machine. That was a joke, guys. Okay, that was a joke.
Entities from the minds of select, willing participants. Being that they come from the deepest recesses of the human mind, thought forms can appear in virtually any configuration. They could look like a person, an object, an animal, or even something as abstract as the physical representation of an emotion. That
Wow,
being said,
okay.
it's recommended to brace yourself before touring the thought form chambers, as thought forms can also take on appearances that could be considered disturbing, like a creature one might see in a childhood nightmare.
Yeah.
There's no reason to be afraid, however. All thought forms are docile by nature, and while they may look or behave in a frightening manner, and though they are capable of making physical contact, they pose no threat to humans.
Okay, so they're docile. So, so they're capable of making physical contact, but they pose no threat.
Once your session in the thought form manifester is completed, your thought form will be securely transported directly into a containment chamber. Thought forms are unable to pass through the barrier of and will not be capable of causing you any issues.
Right.
There are some very rare potential side effects that may result from your session. These side effects include increased tiredness, loss of balance, dizziness, insomnia, vomiting, episodes of temporary amnesia, and mild hallucinations. These
That
side
doesn't sound
effects,
good.
if present, will clear up within 72 hours of your
That
session.
just sounds like freaking like the side effects of a paracetamol in America. I'm not gonna lie.
And are simply signs of your brain recalibrating to the real world. It is recommended you refrain from driving or operating heavy machinery for 72 hours after your session, even if you experience no side effects. None of these side effects should cause you any harm or overt stress, and former testing candidates who have experienced these side effects reported that they were very mild and merely a transient inconvenience.
Right.
With all that
Okay.
out of the way, we are looking forward to your participation with Unit 13, and your time in the thought form manifester has been scheduled. However, there are
Right.
several required mind exercises as a part of this video system that must be completed prior to your scheduled date in order to prime your consciousness and ensure the highest quality results. Please enter
Wow,
the
they're gonna prime their consciousness. So, cause here's what. Hang on.
video cassette labeled TF2, Waking Your Subconscious. Now, this is the end of this tape.
Right. I think that's a video that I think that's actually the last video, the tape that they just mentioned there about waking your subconscious. So that was my question about this, is that so they have these subjects, these test subjects who are obviously been vetted, right? Because they're not just going to get any old Tom, Dick, and Harry off the street. They're not going to get a homeless guy, and because he's going to just manifest some, I don't know what they're going to manifest. So they must want them to manifest a certain thing. There's no way they'll just get random people off the street, or just even if we even vetted people and then just have them imagine whatever and it goes through. They're going to want them to imagine a very specific thing, and it makes you think, what and why, for what purpose? We're going to find out, guys. Tape 4, Unexpected Visitors, Greylock. Here we go. So this is where it starts to get very, very interesting. So with the last tape in mind, let's watch this video. So this is obviously, looks like a person there, doesn't it? Little like kind of like weird ass haircut, their eyes, nose, you know what I mean? So it looks like someone looking in on a house, very stalkerish, very serial killer kind of vibes going on. Right, so they're holding a flashlight. Wait, they're outside. Okay, they're outside someone's house looking in. I remember this episode being freaking freaky, man. I mean, if you're gonna break into someone's house, I mean, I don't know if a flashlight's a really good idea, you know, it's going to attract a lot of attention, but then again, it depends what kind of neighborhood you're in and how far away the houses are from each other. I'm not encouraging breaking into people's houses, guys. I'm just saying, this guy's doing it wrong. I don't know. So I apologize for the lack of uploads recently, guys. One, it's kind of because there isn't a lot going on at the moment. But two, I won't lie, I've got 40 hours logged into Death Stranding 2. It's got me. I really enjoy it. Oh, they just took that window straight off. Or was it like a fly screen? These guys obviously thought they were in a pretty safe neighborhood. Doesn't matter if you're in a safe neighborhood, guys. You lock them doors. Okay, you shut those curtains. And you turn off those lights. Okay, and you arm yourself with a gun. I don't care if you don't believe in guns, but they're real. Guns are real. Use them. Defend yourself, okay? Because people are going to want to kill you and do weird stuff to you. Not always. I'm just saying. Okay, so... Oh, he's opening the blinds. I mean, the window. Is that door open? So this is a home invader, basically. Terrifying thought. Thank God I've never actually dealt with anything like that before. Okay, so he's in the house right now. Right. Yeah. Stairs going up. Huh. That's weird. What kind of room is that? That is just a door at the end of... Unless it's a mate... Whoever was the voice actor... I'm starting to fear that Rob just broke into someone's house just recorded their reaction, because that is such an authentic scream that it actually, you know when someone says a blood curdling scream, I can see why they call it that. My skin is crawling right now. Oh, that was a fantastic job, whoever did that. Really good. It's a full moon tonight. Ow! I'm praying on you tonight. It's an old meme, Ryan. Stop. Come on, man. I'm not even Unk status anymore. I'm freaking great Unk status. I'm ancient right now. Okay, why is he filming?
I'd like to thank my producer.
So this is, what was that guy called? Max Headstrong or something like that? And this was like the infamous like takeover. Yeah, they interrupted a program with this.
My writers, my director, my friends, and you, the ordinary people who made me what I am today.
Max Headroom premieres after moonlighting tomorrow.
They did love me.
That sounds like Jim Carrey. EBS.
We interrupt our current program at the request of the Massachusetts State Police.
So you know what I was saying before? I don't know if you guys watched my emergency broadcast system video reaction of, like, you know, fictional emergency broadcast, which is really fun. You should go watch it if you haven't. It'll be here. Is that where it is? Yeah. I'm gonna forget to put a card there. You know, it doesn't matter. I was saying, like, it doesn't really make sense that it's a computer generated voice doing it. It makes more sense, and it'll put people's minds at ease if they heard a real human relay this information to them. You know, I mean, like, rather than like a robotic voice, it would feel so uncanny and unrealistic and so disconnected. You want people to feel safe and not like panicky. Well, let's see how this guy handles it.
This is the emergency broadcast system. This is not a test. All normal broadcasting has been discontinued during the emergency. This station will broadcast official information, news, and instruction for northern Berkshire County, Massachusetts, after the following tone.
Fantastic voice, by the way.
At 3:34 a.m., Massachusetts State Police confirmed the presence of a potential group of...
This is brilliant. See, I feel like this is a super realistic emergency broadcast system right here. That they just had, like, the announcer say there's an emergency broadcast, don't turn off the TV or whatever, and then they have the news, like, followed by the sheriff or whoever this dude is.
Unidentified home invaders who have targeted 49 residences since approximately 11:15 p.m. last night.
Right.
available and licensed. Only resort to self.
Okay, so either way, I mean, there's no easy way of bringing this information to people, is there? Like, you're basically saying there's a bunch of home invaders out there and they're going to hurt you. So you need to arm yourself with a blunt instrument or a gun. Yeah, there's no way you can remain calm after this.
Protection if a suspect has entered your home, poses an active threat to you or your family, and you are unable to escape safely. If you are currently away from home, we are urging you not to return home at this time. Shelter in place where you are. If you are currently not in a secure area or in a vehicle, immediately head to your closest 7-Mart. Each 7-Mart location is currently being used as a safe area and has police stationed for your protection.
That's good.
Remain in your secure area until the threat has been resolved. Police are currently unable to determine a physical description of any of the assailants involved in these attacks. It is strongly advised you do not open your home to anyone you do not intimately recognize. Do not attempt to search for or engage with any suspects. The suspects are considered armed and extremely dangerous. Do not leave your secure area unless necessary. This is for your safety. Law enforcement will be armed and patrolling your area. Interfering with this investigation could result in lethal force being inadvertently.
Damn. Oh, I love the transition as well. And someone's like filming from their home. What really like surprises me, you know what, I'll give my points at the end. I don't want to keep interrupting the flow. Oh, yikes. Oh, I know what happens. I forgot when it happens though. Oh, okay, there it was. Woo. Right. Jeez. Okay, so that's one of the home invaders. So the theory I had at this point when I first watched it, and I guess now still it kind of still makes sense at this point, is that we just learned about a machine that can create freaking thought forms, like physical things. And now all of a sudden there's homes being invaded by multiple people, to the point, by the way, this is the point I was going to make earlier, that they had to make an emergency broadcast about it. Like, how many phone calls did they get where they're like, this isn't normal, we need to do something about this and warn loads of others because a lot of people are in danger right now. That's a terrifying thought, that they got so many phone calls that they had to make an emergency broadcast because they weren't aware of how many potential people there are out there. So they said that the thought forms can't escape this little box and it can't cross this boundary or whatever it was. But obviously something's gone wrong here. From my perspective on the series right now, from what we know, these guys are thought forms used to invade people's homes or something. Either they're being controlled and, positioned, commanded to do this, or they just escaped and decided to wreak havoc. So it wouldn't surprise me if both were true, or either one could be very plausible. But yeah, I definitely think there was thought forms that have been released, whether or not on purpose, we don't know at this point. But yeah, this is such a good series. Let's get on to the next video. Rightio, here we go. It rhymed.
Well, hello again, Tiffany.
Oh, hi Wanda. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. No dad this time?
No, unfortunately, he couldn't get off work today. So I'm gonna have to call him on a payphone to let him know all the details as soon as we're done.
Damn.
He's excited to be a dad, huh?
Oh, yes.
Very excited. So excited he couldn't be here.
Certainly is. We both can't wait to be parents.
I know that some people are busy, okay? That man's probably provided money to build a little hen nest at home for the wife so that they can have a nice, healthy child.
Aww.
Let's always think positive here, guys.
And you said you've been together since high school, right?
Yep.
That's so sweet. And have you decided on a name for your baby boy yet?
Yep. We're going with Max.
Ooh,
Max.
Huh? That's a nice, strong name.
That's why my fiance wanted it so bad. He says it'll help make him strong right off the bat.
That's a pretty good way of thinking about it.
There's there's a theory, and my girlfriend told me this, that her dad named her name because he believed that naming your son or daughter a unique name will make them unique. And maybe there's truth to that because she is very unique.
So let's
for
see
sure.
how strong little Vax is so you can hurry up and make that call.
That sounded like a diss, but it's definitely not a diss. It was a compliment.
Crazy the past couple weeks, so I think he's really strong. Strong enough to kick so hard I almost throw up sometimes too.
Aw,
Kick so
what a
hard she gets
wild
launched
boy.
across the room. Imagine your baby being so strong that it kicks like that, and you just go, oh!
Activity is
Freaking
good.
Omni-Man in the womb.
Yep.
Okay, hopefully this isn't too cold.
No, it's okay.
There it is. It's a baby.
There he is.
It's a little bad of
He's
mine.
definitely a growing boy, that's for sure. And you're
Mm.
both looking really good.
Oh, I love hearing that.
Let's get some measurements to see exactly how much he's grown.
What the hang on, let's go back. I think, in honesty, I don't know if I'm going to pause here, 'cause actually I will, I'll do it anyway. I think that this newspaper will be shown to us later on, so we don't need to really concern ourselves with, it says, bizarre events leave Berkshire interior authorities mute. I don't know.
What was that?
I don't know. I've never seen that before. Maybe something to do with the power.
So the energy went a bit weird.
This is a bit strange.
What? What's strange?
Nothing to worry about or anything. Just having some trouble finding the baby.
It's like
all
the
of
baby just got zapped out of existence.
a sudden.
Maybe the machine messed up?
Possibly. But I can still see everything else. It's just not picking up the baby for some reason.
Oof.
Has this ever happened before?
Well, sometimes babies can move into certain positions that are hard to see.
But
That's
you can't see
insane. Imagine you're going for a baby scan one day and it's a nice healthy baby, you're excited, and then all of a sudden it's just gone like that. That is literally just what happened. And I'm trying to think in terms of the story right now how that happened. I can't honestly remember. I don't know if it has something to do with thought forms or like the power of thinking about something made something happen. Maybe it's explained later on.
Maybe at all?
I'm looking. Don't worry. He's definitely here.
No, he's not. He's gone. He gone, man.
You know what? Why don't we just see if we can borrow another machine, okay? There has to be something wrong with this one. I'll be right back.
Yeah, because that's just unexplainable. Why? How could a baby just like get Thanos snapped like that? Which is a good question actually. In Marvel Avengers, when Thanos snapped his fingers, could it have been possible that babies in the womb disappeared? If so, that is so messed up.
No.
Relax, calm down. Relax. You're hyperventilating, you're gonna have a panic attack. I mean, you know, she has a freaking good reason. I don't know why I'm trying to... There we go. Okay, Tiffany Crisaldi, 29, school teacher. Here we go, let's try and read this. Tiffany Mary Elaine Crisaldi. Here we go. This is by Caddy Cat, so thank you for the transcription here, Caddy Cat. Tiffany Marie Elaine Crisaldi, elementary school teacher, 29, of Rose Pine Drive. Adams died unexpectedly Monday morning. She had suffered tremendously after the sudden loss of her unborn son, Maxwell Marsh, on March 31st. She was unable to live with a heartache any longer. Born in Windsor, Massachusetts on May 20th, 1958, she was the only child of Harrison and Kathleen Crisaldi. She attended school in Adams, Massachusetts, and graduated in 1976 from Grand Hill Regional High School among the top of her class. She went on to graduate from North Adams State College in 19-something with a degree in early childhood education. During her freshman year of high school, she began dating Alexander Marsh. the man who would become her, pretty illegible from there on. Safe to assume they were dating or even engaged, and he was the father of the disappeared baby. Someone here says, so for anyone confused, she basically faced a false pregnancy that manifested as real in the form of a thought form. She wanted a baby so badly that her body and mind essentially created one out of the strong feelings she had. In the context of this series, it was a thought form, but stuff like this actually happens in reality as well. People desperate to have children have had themselves fooled by their bodies into thinking they were pregnant. Her thought form baby disappeared once she was put under scrutiny of its existence, and she could no longer live with the grief. Damn. So, I mean, she did. I mean, it was there. You could see it. The baby was there. So she willed a baby into existence, but it was pulled away the moment, like, shit got real. But then again, you hear it at the start saying,
Nice to see you too. No dad this time.
No dad this time. So they did do a previous scan, right? And it went all well. So is it just the fact that she couldn't keep holding on to that emotion, that kind of, that connection anymore? She couldn't, like, because I guess it's a delusion, right? It's very, very interesting, guys. Very, very interesting. Let's get into the next video. Tape 6. Sleeping Dogs. Greylock. Here we go. So this is I believe the first video with a description, unless that last video had one. Let me just have a look. Okay, no, never mind. This is the last video. It said, do you know what they did up there? These are the consequences. The description of this one says, there came a red flash as it pitched from heaven, corruption wrought truth. 0707. Dr. Bernard T. Hayes, Symposium on Jungian, because it's Carl Jung, right? Carl Jung, Jungian Psychology and the Manifestation of Consciousness, New York City, October 4th, 1981. Humanity has fought tirelessly. Okay.
Passed through a great many trials into 1840 to achieve but one singular goal. A goal that countless men withered away and died in pursuit of, leaving their towers of work behind to be climbed by coming generations. Higher and higher they ascend, so that we will at last reach the one called God. And there,
they say that God is the highest form of consciousness. Well, that's what some people believe.
Apex of infinite knowledge and power, we will approach and look him in the eye.
Interesting that he said something about looking him in the eye, because if you remember in the second video, Mount Greylock one, they were talking about when you look the devil in the eye, it's too late. Like, he's already got you at that point, basically. So, as an equal, good lord, someone's wanting to get struck Down. Simeodin. Okay. For the U.S. Department of Defense.
Welcome back, user. Frank Porter. Please enter your credentials. Credential requirement bypassed by system administrator. Greetings, unknown user ID. Welcome.
Okay, so this is similar to the first video that we watched.
To Simeodine USA's virtual message assistant for user. Project director, Frank Porter.
Project director.
Publishing custom telephone message. Settings. Sender, Paul Worley, of the Worley Construction and Mining Company. Dates of receipt ranging from March 24th, 1987
Okay.
to March 30th, 1987.
Okay, so 6 days worth of messages.
Beginning playback of your messages. Message 1. March 24th, 11:14 a.m.
Hey Frank, it's Paul Morello. We ran into somewhat of an issue today. We came across these tunnels inside the mountain, pretty deep in, but well, this is gonna sound a little crazy, but he told me to call if anything strange came up, and I figured this qualifies. People have been here before. Some obviously man-made shit in there, like carvings and stone. This shit looks ancient, like real old. I took a crew in to look through it, but since part of the tunnels caved in some time ago, we're gonna just have to bust through it regardless. But I still wanted to make you aware of it. Anyways, I'll keep you in the loop. Thanks.
Right.
Message 2. March 25th.
Okay, so Morelli Construction and Mining. So I believe what was happening at this point, were they making a facility at this point to house the experiments of like the thought forms and stuff? I'd have to go back after this video to the third video to see the timestamps.
7:38 a.m.
If there are any.
Hey Frank, it's Paul. Just calling to tell you the day might be a bit slower than usual. Unfortunately, a number of the crew are sick as dogs. Not really sure what kind of stomach bugs going around or what, but we'll do our best to pick up slack. I'm calling in some guys who have a day off, so hopefully things will get a little closer to normal, you know. That being said, I don't know how the hell this happened, but the section of the tunnel here caved in is clear. The tunnel's been wired up with a few lights, too. Wanted to see if maybe you sent someone in while we were off shift. Night crew said you didn't, but, I didn't see anybody else either, so... But a few of the guys said they'd seen something running around in the woods surrounding the site.
Well, that just sounds terrifying, doesn't it? That's so what this guy is saying is that a new tunnel has emerged with lights fitted into it out of nowhere. We didn't do that, by the way. Oh, and by the way, there's some kind of creature running around the woods of this mountain. Just thought I'd let you know that. And honestly, this guy is too calm for my liking. He needs to start screaming right now on this phone call.
I figured it's probably a deer or whatever, but...
A deer?
We're making out here, you know? But they all insisted it was something else. Something like a real tall man.
Well, that's terrifying.
Some environmentalist moron trying to cause some shit, but...
An environmentalist moron, what, Slender Man?
He ain't done nothing, so I told him to keep focused on the project.
Right.
For safety's sake, we're going to avoid the tunnel until I hear back from you. All right, bye now.
To avoid the tunnel, I guess, because they don't really know what it's made of.
4:56 p.m.
Hey Frank, it's Paul again. The guy you sent out to take photos just left, but he seemed totally fine when he got here, but we practically had to carry him back to his car when he was done. I don't know if he caught whatever's going around, but figured you should know.
So why is this guy not ill? Because he's been around since the start.
Also, we found some really old shit down there, Frank.
Frank.
Well, I ain't no historian, but we got a guy on the crew who used to do archaeology work or whatever, and I don't know. But I guess there's some old artifacts down there, like weapons and trinkets and whatever. I'll have him draft up a report for you and send it your way, because I feel like he'd be interested, and he can explain all this shit better than I could anyways. His name's Arnold Rivers. That's about
Arnold
it.
Rivers.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Message 4.
Okay, so there's old
March
stuff in this
26th,
mountain.
1:03 p.m.
Weapons and trinkets.
Something ain't right here.
It's like his face is slowly drooping down, like he's...
Crew's getting worse, more sick. I feel okay so far, but I don't know how long that's gonna last. I saw that thing the guys have been talking about.
What is it?
Last night, stalking around in the tree line. I swear it had a face.
Yeah.
Anyways, just call me back as soon as you can, Frank.
Message 5. March 27th, 12:10 p.m.
All our food is rotten, totally spoiled and covered in maggots.
Jeez.
Perfectly fine and stored. There wasn't any problems with the generator, even if we lost power. I mean, it's the end of March. All our food looks like it's been left out in the heat for weeks.
Damn.
No idea what's going on. Please call me back.
Message 6.
Right.
March 27th, 4:02 p.m.
I have a theory, but...
We saw it again. Something out here with us. It's in the woods. And it's damn it.
Sorry, that was me.
Animal either. Who are you guys gonna put up those fancy hunting cameras and see if we can catch anything? Maybe locals fucking with us? I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah. Anyways,
They're very still optimistic about it. He's like, don't... Listen, I've been bleeding out my anus. I've been bleeding out my eyes, my ears, my nose. Don't worry about it. We're going to get the job done. Just we're going to figure it out. Don't you worry. I've lost 5 kilograms of weight over the past 2 days. It's okay. Hunting cam 3. Okay, so they put up a hunting camera at this point. March 28th. Oh.
Message 7.
Was there something there that I completely missed? No? Okay.
Message 7. Date and time unavailable. Message.
I love stuff like this though, guys. Like, okay, see, that looks like, you know, when they were talking about thought forms, like the manifestation of the physicality or whatever of an emotion, like what an emotion looks like. That looked like that, like a cloud, like of energy going past.
Message 8. March 29th, 10:13 p.m.
Frank, it's Paul. Holy shit, well, a lot of the crew here is sick now, and they're sort of like unresponsive. We tried emergency contacts for them, but then now they just keep ringing. The phones, they just kept ringing and ringing and ringing. Nobody picked up from any number we tried. Nobody picked up. No answer machines either. Made a call to the hospital, and same thing. Just ringing. Just tried 911, still nothing.
Okay.
I figured the phones were fucked up,
but for some reason, this is working.
The machine actually picked up.
What's so funny? What's the joke? What did you say? Did you let one go?
I think I caught whatever's going around. My skin, it feels tight. A lot of pressure behind my eyes. My teeth feel like they're humming, vibrating.
Alright, this sounds like radiation poisoning almost.
Just all started when we came across that tunnel. I feel like I need to figure out what's down there.
I don't think you should.
Whatever's down there could help my crew.
I don't think you could.
Most of all, I feel like something really bad's gonna happen if I don't go down, so I'm going down tonight.
Can you hang up, please? Right, well, the last like 5, 6, 7 seconds of that was just uncalled for, buddy. You were just grunting down the phone, okay? Relax. There it is again. Ooh. What the hell? Is that freaking Cyborg Ninja from Metal Gear Solid?
9. March 30th, time unavailable.
Is that Grey Fox? Sound like they're having a great time.
This is the end of your
Shit.
messages.
This is, I love just the little like things like that, like saying this is the end of your messages. It just gives that kind of that just it's how to explain that flavor.
Authorities continue to...
Right, so here's the thing. It started off like the hunting camera 2 is like it just started off with energy. Then the second one was like energy that's slowly formed into a physicality of a person. And the third one, this is an actual thing now. This is an actual monster. Oh look, there's a comment from me. Well, I found my favorite analog horror series to date. Keep up the amazing work. Hell yeah, I still stand by that. Theory, this is by Red Fox. These workers were turned into ballistic, deformed, insane monsters that went and terrorized the town, which is what was attacking people in Unexpected Visitor. The jump scare in the end with the hand that wears a glove that looks like a worker would wear makes me think that more. Right, let's move on to the next video. Tape 7. Back to normal. Greylock. This is one of the shortest ones other than the first video. There's no description for this one, but it's a news report, so here we go.
Authorities continue to investigate the recent crime wave that swept across northern Berkshire County, left many of its residents in a state of anxiety and panic. It was 2 weeks ago when the emergency broadcast system was engaged to warn residents to secure their homes due to the activity of a group of individuals who had been targeting and breaking into people's homes. Authorities have since confirmed that the attacks were, in fact, part of an organized criminal effort and have been attributed to a local anti-American militia group operating out of western Massachusetts called
what?
Made numerous arrests in connection to militia, and officials continue to release statements to assure the public that they are safe once again.
Anti-American militia. God, that guy's got a weird ass voice. Mount Greylock.
Thankfully, due to the continued efforts of law enforcement, life has been able to return back to normal. Back to normal. Back to normal. To normal. To normal. To normal.
Something tells me it's not back to normal. I just got a hunch.
Back to normal for residents of Berkshire County.
What the hang on, go back. There was like a little report thing there. Hang on. Photo caption. Engaged couple Alex Mash, 28 left, and Tiffany Crisaldi, 26 right, sit together as they discuss the baffling loss of their unborn son. Okay, so this was after Tiffany lost the baby. And then there was more there. Hang on a sec. These events are only the tip of the iceberg, says Jim Melgren, a former police officer who now works as a private investigator and hosts a radio show centered around government transparency and accountability. There are horrifying reports of people, healthy grown adults, becoming deformed, growing extra limbs, teeth growing out of their scalp, people developing severe mental conditions or even sickness, says doctors have never seen. Okay. Interesting. Liar. Okay, and what's interesting about that is it's a complete continuation onto the next tape. As you saw there, it's like the end of that transmission goes into this tape. So this is now a new tape. Tape 8. Old Odd Ends. Greylock. We're experiencing technical difficulties.
Well, that forecast went completely tits up, didn't it? I've been getting chewed out by our asshole CIA liaison for the past...
You've been getting chewed out of your what?
Completely tits up, didn't it? I've been getting chewed out by our asshole CIA liaison...
I thought you said I've been getting chewed out of my asshole. Alan Rosebaum, GBS executive. Samantha Genrich, producer. Liam Hollander, producer.
For the past 2 hours, what the fuck happened?
We're looking into it, sir, but we experienced no issues with the broadcast on our end, so our engineers believe that the signal was hijacked before even reaching the transmitter, but once we started receiving phone calls from viewers, we switched to a backup transmitter.
But by then, the hijacker had already said everything they wanted to say, hadn't they?
The hijacker?
What a complete fuck up. They made us look like a fucking joke.
Okay, so that whole liar thing at the end was them hacking in and calling the station liars. Which is pretty cool because they managed to... Never mind.
And showing our most popular show. Speaking of which, Don, where the fuck is he? I can't get hold of him, and he needs to get in here and read a statement to help clean up this fucking mess.
Well, we've been trying to reach him. We've called him multiple times. We've tried his pager. We've asked around to see if anyone's heard from him, but nothing. Right now we've got Gerald standing in for him tonight. If Don doesn't show.
You've been to his house?
Well, no. I just thought that maybe he'd be upset if I did that. So.
Get in your fucking car and go to his fucking house.
Jeez.
I don't care if you kick down his front door and drag him here by his ear. You bring him into the studio. Do you understand?
I don't think I could be spoken to like that. I just don't think I could, especially by, let's be honest, a guy who can't fight. Probably. Okay, it would infuriate me.
Yes, Mr. Rosenbaum. Of course, I'll do that right now.
There's some real powerful people depending on us right now. They need us to manage the response to these events, to let the public know what's going on, and the last thing we need is it going wider than it already fucking has. So do what you need to do, or I'm going to replace you with some producers who actually know how to produce a fucking show.
Sorry, the file you are trying to access has been destroyed and can no longer be executed or
destroyed.
Retrieved. Please choose another file. Sorry. It said I'll take my file and trying to destroy my trying. Sorry. Warning. Anomalous file detected. This file should not exist.
What?
Are you sure you wish to proceed?
Yes.
Opening file.
Opening file. It's like those memes where they're saying something and then they just slow down random bits to like emphasize something stupid.
Reverse personal log. Final.
My name is Eugene Rivers. The date is April 8th, 1987. About 9:15 at night.
Right. Sorry, I needed to go back and do some research quick, actually. No, it doesn't say the date, unless it did somewhere. Hang on. Manufactured 1993. Okay, yeah. So this kind of adds up. This is January 2nd, 1993. Then the Sleeping Dogs one was in 1987. So they were building, they're mining and constructing this facility, I believe, in 1987. They came across this freaking thing or whatever, but I believe they managed to create it. And they mentioned this guy's name. Hang on a sec.
We got a guy on the crew who used to do archaeology work or whatever.
Okay, so he's talking about, this is the guy he's talking about. This is Arnold Rivers. So there's a guy on the crew who used to do archaeology work, and he's basically wanted to go check out the old artifacts. So we're going to now hear it from Arnold Rivers' point of view.
I was involved in the Morelli construction project at Mount Greylock.
Uh-huh.
I was hired due to my background in anthropology and archaeology.
Yep.
I've worked to excavate a number of different historical sites. Paul Morelli took me on after securing a government contract for the Greylock project.
Mm.
I'm recording this because I believe my life is in danger.
Oh, stop being dramatic.
So I need to leave some kind of record of my findings. On March 24th, our crew came across tunnels in the mountain that
Guys, my throat is drier than the Sahara Desert right now. Give me a second.
Hey, look who it is. It's gonna meet your mind.
Oh, shiza. Yeah, she's gonna be moving out soon, and yeah, I'm gonna have to say goodbye to you, man. She's gonna have to say goodbye to the people. She's grabbing the microphone. She's got something to say. Go on, say it. Say it. She's a little shy right now. Won't you, little meat? Sorry about that, guys. Let's jump straight back in.
a multitude of ancient markings and artifacts. On March 25th, Paul cleared the interior of the mountain and asked me, accompanied by a small crew, to look through the tunnels and record notes on what I was able to recognize.
Wait, hang on.
The interior.
Okay. So Paul.
What I was able to recognize.
Okay.
I was then to report to one of the project directors, named Frank Porter.
Frank Porter, and Frank was the guy that Paul was talking to.
All from my perspective on our findings.
Okay.
I kept this to myself at the time, but what we discovered in that mountain was not normal. Not only did I see the impact it was having on the crew, but certain aspects of my findings did not make any sense.
Such as?
Many of the artifacts were pre-colonial. Some were from Native American tribes, but there were other artifacts, Some Mesoamerican and others were shockingly Clovis in nature.
Clovis.
Finding Clovis artifacts here means that people have been coming to Mount Greylock since at least 11,000 BCE.
Damn.
But that's not all, no. There are artifacts I found that could potentially be from even earlier.
Right.
Paleo-American cultures that we have yet to even begin studying.
Damn.
Then there were artifacts and writings left by the cultures that were pre-Columbian in nature. Transoceanic contacts prior to Columbus reaching the Americas has always been largely a theory, but the artifacts in this mountain, they prove it. Ancient Chinese, Arabic, Indian, Roman, Spanish.
Okay, what are they all doing coming to America?
Even ancient Greek and Egyptian are findings that they alone would change world history as we know it today.
Damn.
I'll admit, the anthropologist in me was thrilled. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I figured it had to be a hoax, but
yeah,
I'm confident that it's all authentic.
Yeah.
But my excitement was soon replaced with a looming fear and anxiety.
Why?
How could such a place be so important to so many cultures for so long? There
Yeah.
must be something immense here. Whatever it was, well, that's why I left the project. The tunnels all connected to a series of chambers deep into the interior of the mountain. That's where a majority of the relics were found. There were old baskets of herbs and spices, pottery, weapons and armor, talismans, and other religious items, countless other things, but all of it was there purposely as offerings.
Offerings? So they were offering up stuff to appease a god there, potentially? Okay. Don right tonight. Night hiking Mount Greylock.
It was billions of years ago, when our planet was still mostly fire and rock, that a Mars-sized planet that had been drifting through our solar system collided directly with the Earth.
Okay.
The impact was so powerful and violent that the rogue planet was blown into countless pieces of debris. This debris collected to form our moon. Many of the pieces of the unknown planet remain inside the Earth to this day.
Interesting. Okay, so it's going off of the fact that this thing has been around since the moon essentially was born. And that's why in the third video, I think it was the second video, no, the fourth video, they're zooming into the moon. Because I guess they feel like a connection there, potentially.
Adams Police Department, Dispatcher Carey speaking.
Yes, I'm calling to report a break-in at my co-worker's house.
What is your name, sir?
My name is Liam Hollander.
Okay, Liam, you said this was your co-worker's house. What is your co-worker's address?
It's Parker Hill Road in Adams, number 491.
491 Parker Hill Road, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell me, is anybody hurt? Liam, are you still with me?
Yes, sorry.
Is anybody hurt?
Yes.
Wait, what? Ew!
Then I witnessed many altars.
Go back. What was that whole thing about? So he was calling in about a break-in at his co-worker's house. Okay, so he was at his co-worker's house as well when it was happening?
Then I witnessed many altars constructed out of the mountain stone, along with evidence of mass animal and human sacrifice.
Jeez.
And the carvings in the walls of these sacrificial chambers, I couldn't recognize a single familiar symbol. And it...
What is it with gods and sacrifices? Like, if they're so powerful, why do they need, like, sacrifices to, like, appease them? Seems kind of insane, right?
Made me sick to even look at them. Let me be clear. I am not, nor have I ever been, a religious man.
Yeah.
But there's something in that mountain.
But Jesus Christ.
Something people of countless cultures over the history of our planet have been worshipping but I don't know why. But I could feel it. Whatever's down there, I could feel it.
Yeah.
It was like being trapped in a fever dream. I swear I could hear a voice, and even felt compelled to go further, to speak to whatever's down there. I don't know. I haven't been right since. I keep hearing this droning in my head, ceaseless, all day and night. I can't sleep, just droning. Always droning.
So that's what Paul kind of talked about as well. He said he felt his teeth humming and like pressure behind his eyes.
But that doesn't matter right now. I informed Mr. Porter in my report that the archaeological findings in the mountain are of monumental historical importance, and that there is certainly more to be discovered. And I recommended discontinuing construction there. But it's not as though I have any authority over this project. I fully expected to be ignored. Mr. Porter called me on the evening of March 28th, and we spoke on the phone briefly. It was as I thought. He disregarded my concerns. I informed him that I wasn't going to return to the site.
Sorry guys, I have a bit of an issue here. Oh. Okay there, mate. Yeah.
He insisted I did. Said I was a valuable asset to the project. Even offered me a substantial raise and wanted me to lead a specifically organized team that would clear the tunnels of artifacts before excavation would continue. I, quote unquote, could be responsible for the biggest historical finding of all time, he said. I refused again. I won't put a price on my sanity or my health, especially after seeing what was happening to the crew.
Now loading. Morale Greylock event, Group C, Survivor data.
Survivors.
Profile for patient, B3590. Rockford, Thomas. Malformations.
Oh, good lord.
Communicative. Patient prone to spontaneous violent outbursts.
Damn.
Treatment of heavy sedation recommended. Only communicate while patient is restrained or via intercom. Now loading. Profile for patient. B9231. Washington, Samuel.
1986. 1987.
Communicative. Patient suffers from constant state of severe paranoia and delusions, resulting in unpredictable violent outbursts. Standard treatment ineffective.
They all seem violent.
Xylazine is recommended. Only communicate while patient is restrained or via intercom.
Damn.
Now loading. Profile for patient. B6670.
Oh, he looks like a happy chap, doesn't he?
Malformations.
Oh my god.
Uncommunicative. Patient appears to be in catatonic state. Warning, patient may sit up very suddenly, without provocation, to projectile vomit at any staff in area. Patient's vomit is extremely corrosive and emits nerve gas. All treatment.
Whoa, emits nerve gas?
Ineffective. Studies must be conducted with full anti-corrosive gear and air purifying respirator equipped on all staff involved.
Is it what? It's like Left 4 Dead all of a sudden.
Now loading. Profile for patient. B8816. Fleming, Charles. Malformations. Notes.
Good God.
Communicative. Warning. Patient will attack on sight. Do not interact. Immunity to pain. Patient exhibits cannibalistic tendencies. All treatments ineffective. Immediate euthanasia recommended.
Damn, they're gonna freaking kill him.
Loading. Profile for patient. B4041. Oakhurst, Scott. Malformations.
Oh jeez, got a freaking cherry in his eye.
Communicative. Communicate with caution. Warning, patient actively pretends to be benevolent and friendly. Strong homicidal and cannibalistic tendencies.
Wow.
Killed and partially consumed 6 staff members on April 6, 87.
Killed and what?
Tendencies. Killed and partially consumed 6 staff members.
Killed and partially consumed 6 staff members. After the first one, it should have been like, right, let's be careful with this guy.
On April 6, 87. Patient laughed hysterically during the attack. All treatments ineffective. Immediate
Right, so it's turning them into literal monsters. It's like taking over. It's like a rage virus from 28 days
euthanasia or
later.
permanent restraint for further study recommended. Now loading. Profile for patient. B7992. Kowalski, Edward. Malformations.
Jeez, he got it bad.
Communicative. Hazardous. Warning, patient possesses inhuman power of suggestion and influence over others.
Really?
Do not interact. All treatments ineffective. Immediate euthanasia recommended.
So he's a cognito hazard.
Now loading. Profile for patient. B1584.
So whatever this thing is giving them kind of supernatural abilities.
Rapidity.
Mainly violent abilities, though.
Malformations.
Oh.
Notes. Uncommunicative. Hazardous.
Guys, which one of these is getting... Nah, let's not make that joke. Come on.
Patient appears to be deceased. No vital signs. Patient's body not decomposing.
So he's dead? Wait, it's not decomposing.
Deceased. No vital signs. Patient's body not decomposing.
It's not decomposing.
Staff have become ill after even brief time spent in patient's room. Illness disregards protective suiting. Immediate quarantine required for all victims. Mortality rate post-exposure currently 92%.
Wow, so if you get exposed to him, there's a 92% chance you're going to die.
Survivor subject to rapid physical and mental malformations. All treatments ineffective. Immediate remote euthanasia recommended.
Remote euthanasia. Just a 9mm through the window. Just shooting recklessly until they try and hit him.
I consider myself incredibly lucky to not be in that condition right now. Oddly, he quickly accepted my second refusal, wished me luck in my future endeavors, but before I could say anything else, he'd hung up.
Damn.
But it seemed I'd made the right choice. I heard something awful happened up at Mount Greylock, and then simultaneously, there are all of these things that have been happening around the mountain. The home invasions,
Yep.
the dead bodies that fell from the sky over Cheshire.
Okay, we haven't... What? Sorry, say that again. Say that one more time.
The home invasions, the dead bodies that fell from the sky over Cheshire.
What's that all about then? The dead bodies that fell from the sky. We're not just going to sweep over that. What's this? Are we going to learn about this?
Pregnancy phenomena, so many other unexplainable things.
So all of that happened after this tunnel was
They
explored.
must be related, and I've been trying to figure out how.
And this is probably why there was human sacrifices and offerings made to this thing. Because if you don't give up an offering, you basically let out a curse that's going to maybe surround this area. I don't know why ancient Egyptians and like other cultures and other people would travel all the way just to offer up stuff. Unless it's like it affects the whole world. I don't know.
I've connected with a local investigator who's been trying to get to the bottom of this. I've shared with him everything I have, though I feel that I've been being watched. I feel a looming threat that I can't really explain. Would the government really send someone to kill me over this?
They've done it for pretty much a lot less. Let's just say that.
I feel like I'm paranoid. Like I've lost some of my mind. I came home from the grocery store the other day and my front door was unlocked. And I know I had locked it before I left.
Damn.
I scanned my
Psychological
entire home
games.
for traces of anything, but found nothing out of the ordinary. I even checked and replaced all of the light bulbs.
Why?
Oh, God. Saying it out loud like this, it makes me realize how crazy I sound.
I mean,
I've always
I don't
been a
blame you.
rational man. There's a logical explanation behind everything.
Yeah. What's the logic behind this then?
Well, I'm glad that I put all of this into a recording. Perhaps that was what I needed to snap me out of this. Honestly, I feel much better just talking about it. This can't be. Oh my God, that's my basement door. No. Camcorder. Oh, where's the damn camcorder? Here it is. Thank God.
Right, something's in his house.
Then here, I'm inside my bedroom closet. I'm going to keep the tape recorder running, and I'm hiding in here with my files. If something happens to me, and you find any tapes or files somehow, please bring it to the investigator, Jim Malcolm of North Adams.
Okay, Jim Malcolm was the investigator.
Video footage as well.
Okay, yeah, I completely this. It's a mimic. This thing. It mimics people. What? How is it slowing down the voice like that? That's crazy. So it's like playing the last, maybe potentially the last sound people made before being killed, to maybe lure someone in. Damn, so that was the sound of a radio and some birds. So this is what I said I like about this, is that it doesn't just copy the sounds of humans, it copies any sound that it hears, like a parrot. Oh, this would be so
Come on
freaking...
out, it's the police.
Oh my god. Oh, you bumhole. Oh my god, the freaking the voice acting and the sound design is so good. Like, it's so good. I feel like I'm what. Alright, so here's the thing. They were saying that thought forms are like take a while to be formed, right? But it was only when they opened up this tunnel that you saw that kind of energy in front of the camera. Then, like I said, it turned into like the outline of somebody. Then it turned into this freaking monster thing. So whatever was released in Mount Greylock when that passage was cleared, that tunnel was cleared, had the energy to create this monster thing. And it feels like it's hunting down anyone who was involved in maybe opening up the mountain. I don't know. I can't imagine the government being able to... What are you doing, Meep? I can't imagine the government being able to actually control this thing. I don't think that's possible. I think they bit off way more than they can chew, and now this thing is just out there. Unless I could be wrong. Who knows? Let's find out in the next video. Tape 9. Trojan Technology. Greylock. Oh, hang on, guys. I just realized, just quickly going back to the last video here, Paul ordered for the tunnels to be cleared up and for them to go inside. But Paul in tape 6 was saying he doesn't remember the cave being opened, which means, as I'm the dude says here, he was suffering with either cognitive failure or something else masquerading as Paul had them open the tunnel, freeing whatever was within. That is a terrifying thought. They were potentially talking to this monster, or Paul was so deranged at the time, not even remembering what he's doing, ordered for it to be opened and just completely forgot about it. Oh my goodness. I love this series. It's great.
GPS properties.
Here we go.
101 WRAV FM radio station. Date of broadcast December 13th. 1963.
1963.
Announcement of the National Access Initiative. Beginning.
National Access Initiative.
Playback.
Okay, so this is the earliest tape we have
In one
so
of his
far.
first acts after his historic succession, President Lyndon B. Johnson's administration has announced an upcoming program that will revolutionize communication and bring critical home electronics into every American household. The National Access Initiative, as it's been named, is a program designed to ensure that all citizens have equal access to vital communication tools and ways to stay informed, fostering connectivity, security, and unity across the nation.
Okay, this just seems like an excuse to spy on people, I'm not going to lie.
Under this groundbreaking initiative, eligible American households will receive packages containing a myriad of electronics so that citizens may stay properly engaged with one another and remain knowledgeable regarding important events. The electronics such as telephones, televisions, and radios. These packages will also include items aimed at keeping families safe, with devices such as smoke alarms, burglar alarms, and even flashlights. These things will empower individuals to not only stay involved in their communities, but to remain prepared for any emergency as well. President Johnson himself was quoted as saying that in this era of progress and innovation, it is crucial for every American to have the tools necessary as they navigate the challenges of modern life in an era of ever-increasing technological dependence. These electronics packages are being made available to American households through a partnership with world-renowned technology manufacturer Semiodyne USA.
Right, Semiodyne USA, the same people who are behind this technology of thought forms. President Kennedy says no. Okay, let me guess. And that's why he got assassinated. Oh, here we go. Oh my god, yeah, of course. Look, President Kennedy says no to Semiodyne USA. And then all of a sudden, oh no, he died. It's like, oh, you don't want to play by our rules? Oh, okay. Oops-a-daisy, you got shot in the head. A stray bullet shot you in the face. That's a shame. Anyway, let's get someone else in now who's actually going to play by the rules and be a good little boy. Right, so
the
you're
technology
literally...
giant's expertise in creating cutting-edge, revolutionary technologies over the past decades has made them a household name. And their gracious contribution to this initiative ensures that the devices provided will be of the highest quality.
Okay. So you're essentially just bugging your own home. That's what this is. That's creepy as hell. I don't want no freaking camera looking at me sleep. And again, it would be interesting because I do some very strange things in my sleep. And I say some very strange things. Like, I'll wake up and I'll be like, where am I? What's going on?
Benefits for American citizens. When asked for a quote during a press conference earlier this week, President of Semiodyne USA, Percival C. Rothwell, had a lot to say.
The National Access
Look at that face, man. Oh my goodness. That is a skinwalker if I've ever seen one.
Initiative represents a milestone in our nation's journey towards progress and inclusivity. It's a reflection of the American government and Semiodyne USA's unwavering commitment to empowering every American citizen, regardless of age, location, or income, with the tools and resources needed to thrive in the electronic age.
Right. I don't understand this whole communication thing, though. Because how is, like, setting up cameras in your own home you communicating with other people unless other people have access to that, which just doesn't sound fun at all to me. I don't want someone watching me take a shit. Then again, why would you put cameras in the bathroom? What kind of weirdo do you have to be to do that?
The actions we take will be read, heard, and seen on the instant, and judged in every city and village in America. They are the silent delegates. We cannot see them or hear them, but they are present.
32% of American households still don't have a television in the house. This means they are less informed and are unable to respond to emergencies.
Less informed, or just like, see, to me, that's like, we need to get TVs in there. We need to do this. Why? Why do you need to get TVs in there? So you can spread your misinformation and propaganda and scare people into buying things.
As quickly or efficiently.
I understand, but no, once you hear the sirens go off in the background, or like the neighbors, you'll know, you'll be in the know.
A much greater percentage of households
have no smoke alarms to alert them in the event of a fire.
Okay, well that is bad. I mean, you should get a smoke alarm.
Perhaps most shocking of all, 29% of Americans don't even
wipe their own ass after they shit.
in their home, meaning they're unable to call for aid or even just contact friends or family members.
That's a point, actually. I never really thought about that. Before telephones were a thing, how you were just left to die, essentially, if something happened at home. You'd have to shout to a neighbor, and they would have to shout to another neighbor, and they'd have to go get I guess there was just local doctors back then. That's kind of scary to think about.
They were left disconnected.
You're probably better off being disconnected, in honesty.
People of all kinds of
See, this in a way is fear-mongering. It's basically saying, you don't have this, so bad things are going to happen to you. But if you buy this product that we supply, by the way, then you'll be safe. And I hate that kind of advertising of like, if you don't get this, things are going to go bad.
What it is we're working on at any given time inside Semiodyne. And for decades, we've kept it all quite secretive. But I'll let you in on a little something.
I'm here. Kennedy didn't go for it. But you assured me he was amenable. Or was that just more of your bullshit? No? He's gonna fucking expose our whole plan for the NII program. The meeting couldn't have gone worse. If
right.
that fucking Nick thinks he's gonna expose Semiodyne, he's got another thing coming.
Right, so Kennedy was going to expose Semiodyne and then he got shot. Brilliant.
But we're not the only ones he's pissed off lately. After rejecting Operation Northwoods, and then that...
Operation Northwoods was, believe it or not, an actual event. It's not a conspiracy theory, this is an actual thing. I believe it was like a report written up by the FBI or the CIA, one of the two, to have false flags on American soil so that they can have an excuse to go to war with Cuba because they feared that Cuba had nukes that they could just launch, basically. And they were looking for any excuse to invade Cuba to make that happen. Which makes you think, doesn't it? What else are they doing? If they're willing to kill, like literally, some of the things they were going to say is like shooting Americans, shooting planes out of the sky and blaming it on the Cubans. Like they were planning on doing all these horrible things. They presented it to Kennedy. Kennedy said, no, we're not doing that. And then it got scrapped. And not long after that, the Bay of Pigs happened. And I believe after the Bay of Pigs happened, Kennedy was like, that was fucking embarrassing. I am dismembering. I am disbanding the CIA and I don't want to hear about it. He was then shot dead. So take that what you will, okay? There was a lot going on at the time.
Executive order involving the Federal Reserve. There are a lot of snakes in the grass. And it's about time that Kennedy got bit.
Shit.
At Semiodyne USA, we're building the future. And as the great-great-grandson of our company's founder and its current president, I'll tell you one irrefutable fact. The most important one. All roads lead to connectivity.
It's like Death Stranding.
Without connectivity, we have no future.
Mm.
The more isolated individuals are from one another, the weaker they are.
And the irony is that us being more connected online has made us very far apart at the same time. Do you know what I mean? Like, we were probably more sociable and connected before the internet and social media came about, because now we just feel super disconnected. Like, we're not having interactions as much anymore. Like, and I'm one to talk, you know, I isolate myself a lot of the time and like just like being left alone. But yeah, it's just
easily defeated
your relationship is with the phone. It's really weird.
And the less likely they are to see the value of their own lives.
Hey, hon, have you seen the car keys?
So this is 1968.
Many times at the precipice of extinction. And the only reason we are still here today is because we stood there together.
Right.
Semiodyne USA is here with you.
Did you see that? Ew. Who is this bold man?
Simeodine USA is here with you every step of the way.
It's like eyes wide shut. The NAI program was a trap. They are watching. They are listening. Fuck LBJ. Fuck Simeodine. I won't be your lab rat anymore. Okay. So yeah, who would have thought that putting a bunch of cameras in your house were being spied on by the government?
To continue to support you into the future as well. Whether it's from a lack of infrastructure or a lack of income, no one should be restricted access to potentially life-saving and life-enhancing technology. And this,
amen.
This is only the beginning. We have so much more planned so that Americans can all truly be equal in our society. Security, connectivity, accessibility. It is our belief that it is these three factors that make America the best country in the world.
Amen. Amen. Happy 4th of July. It's the 4th of July when I'm recording this, guys. So I don't know when this video is going to be released. Probably the 5th of July. But I hope you guys had a good 4th of July over there in the States. Meep, will you behave? I don't know if you can hear that. Oh, and there's Giz. Alright, sorry guys, this is getting insane. That like cats just spawning in everywhere and
Look what the get him, man. You see the get him, man? Yeah, look at the boy. Look how handsome he is. Yeah. Assassina de ratas.
Right, sorry about that, guys. I had to get my cat back. Here we go. So there was a closet door opening there or something.
Mr. Rothwell.
Alright, what is going on here then? There's some kind of like cult on the go here. Has this got something to do with Mount Greylock?
Mr. Rothwell also stated that these monumental benefits
will my camera stopped recording.
Only be made available to American households, but to police and fire departments, schools, and to small businesses as well. The Johnson administration has stated that while they are going to begin launching this landmark program right away, it will first be made available only in select areas as construction crews from coast to coast prepare to establish important infrastructure that will support the National Access Initiative program.
Okay, so where's this infrastructure taking place? What was that, by the way? Was that just a picture of... Okay. This is 1994 now, guys, so it's we've skipped quite ahead at this point. Oh, jeez. Okay, well... Ooh, that's...
Hello?
Mate, this child is got more cojones than me.
Is somebody there?
I would be screaming and pooing at the same time if I woke up to that.
Where are my glasses? Where are you?
I'm over here, Katie.
Katie.
Oh, there you are. Who are you?
I'm your imaginary friend.
Imaginary friend. He's a thought form.
But I didn't imagine you.
You must have, because here I am. You probably just don't remember.
Right, give me a sec, guys. I just need to check something quick. It doesn't say the date of when these things are, unless it did, and I can't see it. Just seeing if it lines up with this. Which I know, I think it was in January of 1992 or something like that, where that tape was made or distributed, I think, about the thought forms machines.
Doctor's office place that I had to go to.
I think you might
Hang on.
had to go to? Are you from that weird doctor's office place that I had to go to?
Okay, are you from that weird doctor's place that I had to go to?
Might be right, Katie. I can't find my glasses, so I can't really see you. Oh, they're over here.
Hmm. Are they? Little nonce.
I noticed they were a little dirty, so I wanted to clean them for you.
I thought you said cream then.
Yes, they look all shiny and new now.
Right, come and get them.
Come get them.
Oh dear. Don't do it, Katie.
See me. Oh, thank you.
Katie, scream really loud. And run. Okay? She's
Where
walking.
are they? I still can't really see because my eyes are so bad.
You
reach out and I'll put them into your hand. Okay.
Okay, reach out and grab them. It's like that scene in, is it It 2 with Pennywise with the little girl? Oh my goodness. Oh. Ooh-wee! What, how did it go from freaking being over there to here? Look at that thing! Oh my goodness, it's like the Rake. Do you guys remember the Rake? Poor Katie, man. Oh, she died to death,
man. The
man.
Johnson administration went on to say that their current projections for a nationwide release are for some time between mid-1966 and early 1967. Citizens will be mailed informational packets regarding the National Access Initiative, including...
Man, something as big as that must be such a nightmare. I mean, you're literally having to email, or not email, message out to literally every citizen in America with a home, I'm guessing.
Information on how to apply as the program becomes available in their area.
Right, 1987 now. So we skipped forward.
You've reached Alex Marsh and Tiffany Crisaldi. We're not able to get
Okay, so this is Alex and Tiffany.
to the phone, so please leave a message after the tone and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Right, what is the significance there then? Why are they showing... Okay, who was that girl, Katie, for one? Are they just random events? Or is it showing different stages of this thing? Zero Ghost here makes a really good point. Given the date of the recording, 1994 is after Unit 13 was established. When Katie says a weird doctor's office place, she must have meant Unit 13. So they were experimenting on children. That's freaking wild, man. But you know what? I don't put it past them. This Simiodyne or whatever are not very good eggs, is what I'm trying to say. They alluded to killing a president because he didn't want to go along with the program of bugging everyone's home so that the government could spy on them. Tape 10. Messages from the Dead. Greylock. The serpent's right eye was plucked from his head and was transformed, and engulfed in a great flame that was fashioned to provide life for all of creation. And lo, it was made to nourish the earth, so that life might thrive and flourish from it. Interesting. Okay, let's go. It's telling me to jump ahead. I don't know where it's... Here? Is that where it's telling me to jump ahead to? Hell no. I don't like that feature. Is this the same footage as the second video that we saw? Could this be a previous hike? Is that a dead animal? Oh, it's a rabbit. Is it a rabbit? Oh no, little bastard mine! He was killed to death. Oh, it's a rat. Sorry, it's not a rabbit. It's a little rodent. They're wearing gloves. What is happening? Oh, this is the detective guy. What is he doing? Is he having lunch? What are you doing, mate? This is very serial killer-esque. I don't want to look at a rabbit's ass. I mean, a rat's ass. Here we go. So this is the phone call at the end of the last video. So this was before the...
Hey, babe. I'm just...
Hey, babe.
Could you please give me a call as soon as you can? Don't worry about work either, please. You're way more important, okay? Okay.
Oh.
I love you.
Yeah. It's a good man right there. It's a good man right there.
After we lost the baby, I stayed home for almost a month. We both took it hard, but
yeah.
I was just really worried about Tiffany. She seemed to only be getting worse with time. She spent a lot of time by herself. When it came time for me to return to work, we decided I would call home every day during my lunch break, just so we could talk and check in on each other.
Oh, okay. So that was 1987. Hang on. May 18th, 1987. And it was March 1987. It was the end of March that the tunnel was opened up. So this still makes sense because they haven't made the machine thing yet with the thought form like amplifier, but the thing that's maybe releasing all this energy or this curse stuff has been released at this point and is affecting people around Mount Greylock.
Checking on each other. She always picked up the phone whenever I called. She knew it would worry me sick if she didn't pick up the phone. But this time, on that day, she didn't pick up.
Damn, she offed herself.
Tiffany, babe, still haven't heard from you. Hope everything's okay. You're probably just busy doing something, but we've been talking every day since I've been back to work, so, you know, just, I'm getting a bit worried, so
Bless him.
Please call me back, okay?
Yeah. You can hear the panic in his voice, like that. That's something not. We must have all been there at some point where you feel like something's not right.
Okay, I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm gonna head home. I'm sorry, I'm kind of freaking out. I'll be there soon. I love you.
Damn, man. Poor guy. What's that say?
Dr. Heinrich Albrecht, Medical Examiner, Westfield. May 19th, 1987, 3:23 p.m.
Oh, it's just like a freaking coroner
Intake report for Tiffany Elaine Marie Crisaldi. Caucasian female, age 28, 39, 26, 30, 27, 25.
How old is she? Sorry?
Case number 87-09-1-HA. This autopsy will be conducted at the request of the Adams Police Department.
Right, okay. Ooh, I didn't like that.
Reveals resinous black substance adhered to the face, neck, and upper thoracic region.
Right.
Samples have been obtained. Additionally, the eyes are fully retracted. These observations
Fully
are aside
retracted.
from many traditional indicators of struggle or violence as a cause of death. Rigor and rigor mortis align with the estimated time of death.
She bled out her eyes.
Of particular note, and the reason for this specialist report, is an unusual finding on the abdomen, specifically below the sternum.
Okay.
A symbol of some sort has been carved into the flesh. Equally concerning is
shit.
the absence of hemorrhaging in the surrounding tissues.
Okay, so this was done after... So what, she was drained of blood?
Due in part to this, I have been able to ascertain that this symbol was carved into the skin post-mortem.
Post-mortem, damn.
In
Okay,
regards
never
to
mind.
timing, based on my analysis, I would say the cuts were likely made several hours after death.
Hmm.
Well, photographs and casts have been made for further analysis. I'll be consulting with forensic anthropologists and symbology experts to better understand the nature and potential significance of the symbol.
It's like a kind of like a star with a sword going through it.
While the exact cause of death is yet to be determined, it is the carving that requires the initiation of an immediate and in-depth investigation. This aspect of the case should be treated with utmost priority due to its unusual and unnerving nature.
Yeah.
Okay, Tiffany, we're recording now.
Oh, I remember this. This is peak fiction right here. Guys, get ready. This is so good.
Okay.
So, Tiffany, you just had your 6th birthday, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you have a party?
Yeah.
How was it?
Good.
That's good. You're awfully quiet today.
I'm quiet today.
Are you seeing them again?
Being soft-spoken, and then that's just sounding like a creep, isn't there?
Yes.
Can you see them right now?
Yes.
Dude creeps me
Where are
out.
they? Where are they, Tiffany?
So
They're
these are imaginary friends.
everywhere.
Hmm. Damn.
Private lock for case file 87-091-HA for my home archives. The date is May 19, 1987. Time is 8:03 p.m. I conducted an examination of Miss Tiffany Crisaldi today. Her body arrived shortly before I was to leave the office for the day, but I decided to at least begin external examinations.
Right.
Though it seemed misfortune loomed over the proceedings. Electrical flickers and inexplicable drops and spikes in room temperature.
Damn. What is this freaking... what was that game called? The autopsy... What was that game called? The Mortician... Or, you know the one I'm on about. Where you go and inspect dead people.
I wanted to refrain from mentioning this part whatsoever, but I feel compelled to do so.
Okay. Is it important?
After placing Miss Crisaldi in storage and moving on to cleaning up, my assistant Sarah mentioned that she'd heard what sounded like
Scratching.
crying.
A woman
Coming from
crying.
the direction of the cooler. I
Ugh.
shrugged off her remark and let her leave early, telling her she was likely stressed or overtired. And I continued cleaning up on my own. I didn't dare to tell her that
He heard it too.
I heard it as well.
Tiffany?
I think so.
Are you nervous?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll need you to follow my instructions, okay, Tiffany? As long as you do that, everything will be fine. Can you do that for me?
Okay.
Good. I'm going to play some sounds that will help you through this exercise.
Okay, so I think he's trying to, like, try hypnotherapy on her, or hypnotize her.
Good. Now close your eyes, and keep them closed until I tell you to open them. I want you to picture yourself standing outside your house, in your front yard. It's a beautiful day out, with big fluffy clouds and a blue sky. No one else is around.
Okay. No one else around sounds kind of weird.
The grass around you, and watch how each blade moves in the gentle breeze.
I'm picturing it. It's very nice.
Now look forward and see your house.
Yeah.
And look around and see the trees around your yard.
I've only got one tree.
Watch how the breeze affects the leaves as it passes through.
This guy's very detailed. Is it setting the scene?
A little harder, enough so the branches are swaying a little bit.
Okay.
You can hear all the rustling of the leaves around you. Wind calms down now, and you begin walking very slowly towards the front door of your house. Step. 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 Step.
What is this exercise meant to be doing?
It looks like the day's getting later and later.
Yeah.
Soon the golden rays of the sunset are shining against your house. The front door is closer now, but you still have some more steps to go. Step. 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 Now you're only 3 steps from the door. Step. The sun vanishes behind the trees, going down. Step.
Now it's nighttime.
The stars begin twinkling in the sky above, and the moon shines its soft glow over everything around you. Step. You arrive at the front door.
Damn, how long did it take her to get there? Jeez.
Turn the doorknob and open the door. Your house looks like it always does at nighttime, except you're the only one here now.
Well, that's so creepy. I don't want to be the only one there.
First the right shoe. Then the left shoe.
I always take the left off first, in honesty.
You can feel the floor against your feet.
Or do I? I don't think I do.
The familiar aroma of your house.
Just making it up for attention.
Everything is in its proper place. You are alone. You're going to walk.
Really emphasizing the fact that he's alone.
Your bedroom now. You come to the stairs.
Or she's alone, sorry.
And begin to walk up. You hold on to the banister as you go, letting your hand slide up. Step. 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 You reach the second floor hallway. Everything is in its proper place. You are alone. Nobody else is here with you.
Okay. He's doing that for a very specific reason.
You can see your bedroom door closed at the end of the hall. And you start walking nice and calmly towards it. You see the door coming closer with each step. You can see the pink flower stickers that you put on it 2 years ago, and the small wooden sign that reads Tiffany, with the little blue bird in the corner. Step.
Damn, this guy should write books, man.
Step. Step. You're at your bedroom door now. You reach out your hand and grasp the doorknob and turn it. The door opens, and you can see that your room looks just like it did the last you saw it. You see the colorful quilt on your bed. You see your small white dresser with all the stickers and scuff marks, just like always.
Yeah.
Your stuffed animals are all resting by your purple toy box. You feel comfortable. You feel safe. You are alone.
Is she though? Is she alone?
Room, and that's when you can see something different that's never been there before. Tell me what you see.
It's a door next to my window.
That's right.
Okay.
It's a door. What does the door look like, Tiffany?
It looks black. It has weird marks on it.
Okay.
What looks weird?
Walk to the door and open it.
I'm scared.
It doesn't matter if you're scared. You must open the door.
Well, that didn't bode well.
Good job, Tiffany.
Well,
Now
they turned off the
tell me what's
music?
on the other side of the door.
It's a small room.
Small room.
Somebody's in there.
No, Tiffany, you're alone.
No. There's someone here.
Oh God.
He's facing away from me.
Oh God.
He's standing and tall. He's very tall.
Tiffany, you are alone. Nobody else is there. Now tell me what else is in the room.
There's a TV. The screen is all fuzzy, and the tall man is watching it.
Tiffany, I want you to focus on removing the man from your mind. When I snap my fingers, he will be gone. You will be alone.
Okay.
The man's shaking. His body is cracking.
Okay, Tiffany, I'm going to count down from 5. When I snap my fingers, you will return to the real world. 5. You're feeling more awake.
He's turning around.
4. Everything around you is becoming
He's
hazy.
looking at me.
Oof.
3.
Oh,
Tiffany, you can feel
so
the
well
chair you're
done.
sitting in again. 2. Everything around you fades to the blackness behind your eyes. 1. Full control of your body. 0. We're awake, Tiffany. You will return to reality now.
Ooh.
We're awake, Tiffany. You will return to reality now.
Okay, there's Tiffany, and that's her. Oh, that's so good. So they were doing experiments or some kind of like therapy on Tiffany when she was a child. But is this related? Like, was the therapist working for Simeo Dine, or is this like, was she having problems and he was trying to get rid? It feels like he was like trying to access a certain part of her mind that only she knows. I'm getting the impression. You know what? I'll leave it to the end, but the camera's gonna shut off in a minute. Bro, is he just gonna cut up a rat on camera? Oh, we don't need to see this. Oh, jeez. What are you doing, bro? Okay, I need to stop my camera. What is he doing? There's something in there? Oh, it's a tape inside the rat? What? Are you not going to clean that? You just blew on it once. Okay, so this is the symbol that was carved into Tiffany's chest.
Important information for you pertaining to the events you have been investigating. You must have questions regarding who I am, how I located you, and what reason I am contacting you. I won't be answering any of those questions. The law will be clear in due time. For now, I am simply offering you information. You can take it or leave it. It's impressive you remained alive for this long. But then again, you've gone to great lengths in the past in order to survive, haven't you?
Okay.
I'm going to tell you a story, Jim. A story that you've been dying to hear.
Okay. Oh dear. Oof. She... Oh, good lord. If it... Oh, that's so creepy. Don't... Right. I feel like Tiffany is some kind of like conduit for this freaking demon thing. This... Whatever the heck this thing is around Mount Greylock, potentially. But... Well, how long has this thing been around for? I mean, this stuff only started happening once the tunnel was cleared. But obviously, people must have known about it beforehand because they're making offerings and like sacrifices to whatever this thing is to prevent it from killing people, potentially, I imagine, or doing what it's doing to these people, like putting a curse on them or whatever. Were they prepping Tiffany for something? Was that therapist like working for the government or whatever? I was trying to figure something out, and Tiffany was some kind of conduit for this demon. And now that she died, maybe that the whole black thing, that she was just being possessed by this demon, this whatever this thing is, and now she's just going to roam around? Let's find out, guys.
Tape 11. Preparations for a guest. Greylock.
What you fear, so I am. Inside these walls, basement renovation. 3 a.m. A home renovation project that brings a new spirit to an old basement. A new spirit. Is that a play? That's a play on words, for sure, isn't it? Kind of. This kind of reminds me of. I mean, this came first, but the newest Vita Canis video, well, one of the newest videos of the Elder Mimic and the Researcher. Okay, so my guess for this is because in the video where it described about thought forms, it was saying that the thought forms are put into a kind of box and they can't cross the barrier because of a certain reason. So it feels like this room is like a housing unit for a thought form. To what end? I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they just want a maid. Maybe they just really thought about someone cleaning the house and they want a maid to do it. They just imagine them doing it. Okay, so that's barring them in so that they can't escape. Sorry, this was at 3 a.m., was it? What's happening? Let's not go back in there. Right, there's a tape recorder. Rewinding the tape. Right. Was that tape recorder singing? It sounded like a guy who didn't want to be singing and was being forced to do something. He was crying because whatever he was singing is going to make this evil thing spawn in. Hang on, let's have a look. So someone mentioned here, this is Matthew Howard, that this could potentially be Alex trying to manifest a thought form of his wife through his grief. Because we know he was a subject, a test subject of, you know, the whole thought form project. So maybe he's trying to contain them in the basement. Let's move on to the last video now, guys. Tape 12. Waking your subconscious. Greylock. You are now prepared to see new shadows in your home. Right, so this is the second tape, I believe, that Alex would have watched. Like, tape 3 was the first tape, and this tape is the second tape. Hang on. Charlotte Jean Malgren. Okay, so this was it Jim Malgren? Is this why... Is it Jim Malgren is investigating because a relative of his was affected by this thing? Timmy O'Dine, 1993. Participation in this part of the TF system may result in the viewer achieving a heightened sensory state. This can cause the viewer to experience unexpected visual and auditory occurrences which have no discernible source. These occurrences may include, but are not limited to, transient moving shapes, unsettling shadow formations, vocal phenomena such as whispering, unidentifiable music that sounds distant or muffled, a feeling of a separate presence, even while alone. Well, this sounds great. Don't sign me up. TF System Neurovisor headset, workbook and writing utensil. Welcome to Waking Your Subconscious. 1993.
Greetings, and welcome to the second video program in the Preconditional Protocols and Orientation video system for Unit 13, TF2, Waking
Unit
Your
13.
Subconscious. This video cassette has been specially designed to utilize powerful psychological exercises, along with cutting-edge technology, and your own brain's neuroplasticity, to allow Unit 13 to access the deepest energy potential of your incredible mind.
Okay, so they're basically... Hang on.
Allow Unit 13 to access the deepest energy in your own brain's neuroplasticity, to allow Unit 13 to access the
Okay, so it's for literally altering your brain.
Deepest energy potential of your incredible
is what this
mind.
tape's doing.
This will be required.
I think it's probably going to be hypnotizing you into a state of like docileness. It'll put your brain into a certain type of like, you know, like theta waves where like you're sleeping and you're more suggestible or whatever that is. I think that's what they're doing here, and they're going to pop ideas into the heads of these people to make them manifest whatever it is they want.
To increase the likelihood of prime form cognigenesis. Before we begin, let's go over the required checklist to be sure you have everything in order, so that we won't end up with any negative or unexpected outcomes from this program. First on the checklist, ensure that you are alone and will not be disturbed for the entire duration of this program. It's critical that you do not become distracted, as working with the brain in such a way is a very delicate process. Second, turn off all light sources, except for your television or monitor.
I wonder if I can get immersed here, guys. Let's see how stupid this looks. Oh, that looks... Oh, jeez, I look dead. All right, should we do this? That looks awful.
That you are using.
Then again, I've got a light behind me there. Makes no sense. Let me just dim this light. I just dimmed it a little bit. There we go.
for this program.
I look red now. Why do I look red? What's happening? I look like a salmon.
Tremendously in your brain's ability to focus, but it also can make you feel vulnerable or frightened, which are beneficial to this program achieving the desired results. Ideally, you would wait until nightfall to complete this part of the program. Third, ensure that your volume is turned up to a level where no outside or ambient noise is able to leak through your headset. This too helps with focus, but it also aids in those feelings of fear and vulnerability, which are where our deepest and most complex selves are rooted. Fourth, have your workbook open to the TF2 section and have your writing utensil nearby, as some exercises will require you to write. However, if for any reason you do not have your workbook, simply grab a regular notebook or some sheets of paper and write your name and TF2
I did this actually. I remember genuinely doing this. Like I grabbed a notebook and I wrote everything down.
You will need to hand those into your program liaison, and they will take care of transferring the data from there. Once all of these conditions have been met, you're ready to continue to the next part. Now is the time to make sure that your neurovisor headset is correctly equipped and connected. If you need any assistance or are looking for more information regarding the neurovisor, be sure to check the section titled Equipment and Connection in your Unit 13 Program Handbook. This
Got
will
it.
be your final
Brilliant. I don't have that, but it's
playback for the rest of this tape.
It's okay.
Pausing after this point will cause a disruption, which could interrupt the data being collected by your headset.
What? It'll do what?
Your screen is about to gradually turn red. Once it is completely red, the program has officially begun. And
okay, let's go, baby.
The return has been crossed. You have 10 seconds.
Here we go. We're ready, baby. We're in. Program initiated. Section 1. Induction. Unlocking the gateway to the deeper corridors of your psyche. If I remember correctly, yeah, you can see something in the background here. And it's like you're letting in the idea of this demon thing so that it can manifest more of itself or something like that.
Warning. Our first section, induction, contains bright flickering. If you have a photosensitivity disorder, it is best that you do not look at your screen. Close or shield your eyes and just listen. Once the tone in your headset changes, it will be safe to look at your screen again. Induction will begin in 5 seconds.
Okay, here we go then. Look away, guys, if you're photosensitive.
Beginning induction. Please stare at your screen for 30 seconds.
Here we go. Let's go. Jeez. God, is there like images behind this? Are you guys seeing that? Or am I just seeing things? I swear there's like images behind. Maybe I'm just seeing things. Guys, I don't know about you, but I really want to go for a nice Coca-Cola.
Complete.
Whoa. Jeez. What if this is actually doing something physically to my brain right now? I mean, it's not much to go off. Look, you can see the hand here, look. There's like someone stood here at a distance. Section 2, priming. Preparing your mind for enhanced neuroplastic realignment.
This exercise will present you with 5 separate sets of words. Each set will contain 6 words. For each set, you will have 10 seconds to choose the one word out of the 6 that you feel doesn't fit with the others, and write it down on your workbook or on an appropriately labeled piece of paper.
Got it.
If you do not have your workbook, simply write the numbers 1 through 5 vertically on your paper and place your answers beside each corresponding number. Now, let's begin.
Look at that thing. You can see its eyes glowing. Chair, table, couch, rope, bed, mirror. Okay, rope, obviously, probably. Because the rest are like furniture. In a bedroom, potentially. Or a house. Blood. Because the rest of these are organs. So rope and blood. Is this thing getting closer? Go back. Local Samaritan opens her hat and home to stray dogs. Charlotte Malgren launches Forever Friends shelter and adoption center. Okay, so that's the person who's doing this. This is Charlotte Malgren. This is the person who's doing the all you cherish will be remade. Okay. What does that mean? Is it like what happened in the Sleeping Dogs episode? Terrified, screaming, running, followed, hiding, visible. Terrified, screaming, running, followed, hiding, visible. Visible? I guess you don't really want to be seen by this thing. I don't like this. Love contorts her flesh and bone. Mutilated, disfigured, mangled, butchered, dismembered, improved. Okay. Bro, I don't know what they're training us to be, but I'm not liking this right now. I've got a bad feeling about this. Morph, transform, mutate, turn. Oh, hang on a sec. Where is your precious daughter, Jim? Damn, so it knows that Jim's watching. Was it Jim who initially went and activated these tapes? Oh, damn. She went missing. Charlotte Malgren. Morph, transform, mutate, turn, change, you. So you is probably the one there. Oh, pardon me. Oh, it's a long video, guys. Didn't realize how long it would be. But I like it.
Priming complete.
Okay. What was that? Hang on, go back. Greylock Project Tunnel Exploration Cam Operator Paul Morelli. Okay. So Paul was filming that. Okay. Unauthorized alterations detected. This device has detected unauthorized alterations to the program content of this tape. Please stop playback immediately and return this cassette to your program liaison. Failure to adhere to this warning may result in undesired consequences and could compromise your psychological well-being. Well, that's freaking terrifying. That sounds like a warning. Section 3, conditioning. Testing the way that you perceive and respond to certain stimuli.
This next section is a specialized variation of the Stroop test, which will measure multiple facets of your reaction to congruent and incongruent stimuli, while also examining how you deal with high stress, high anxiety situations.
Right, that doesn't sound fun.
A series of faces with emotional expressions, and the word for each emotion written on each face. The word could match the expression, like the word happy on a smiling face, or they might not match, like the word angry appearing on a sad face.
Right. Got it.
You are about to begin the first testing phase of this section. This will be the easiest phase, with each subsequent phase becoming more and more difficult. Look directly at your screen and state your responses out loud. Phase 1 testing begins in 5 seconds.
Okay, so I'm just meant to say the emotion. State the word written on each face and disregard the expression. Okay, state the word. The word, here we go. Neutral. Happy. Sad. Angry. Scared. Neutral. Okay. Please state the word written on each face and disregard the expression. Okay. Sad. Happy. Neutral. Scared. Happy. Scared. Okay, so please state the expression shown on each face and disregard the word. Okay, so I remember before, when I last reacted to this, I just read out the whatever the word was like an idiot. So let's try and do this now. Angry. Happy. Neutral. Scared. What the fuck? Neutral. What was that? Was that Resident Evil 2 500% facial animations? Please say the expression shown on each face and disregard the word. Okay. Here we go. Neutral. Happy. Sad. Angry. Happy. neutral, angry, neutral, sad, happy, shocked, calm down, whoa, changed. I'd prefer if you didn't do that, buddy. That's really weird, that is. Okay, so this is 1992. Right. And this is it says here main kennels. So this is Charlotte's. Is it Charlotte's? Oh, what just happened? That was Charlotte's shelter for the dogs. Here we go. Oh, ew. Alert door 1. Oh dear. They cut off the power. To manage this security alert, to manage this alert, re-enter your credentials. T. Erickson. Okay. Make sure you want to call the property owner. Okay. Charlotte Malgren. Gonna have to stop my camera again soon, guys.
Hello?
Yes, hello, this is Troy with Evervigil Security. Am I speaking with Charlotte Melgren?
Yes. What happened this time?
Miss Melgren, we've detected some unusual activity at Forever Friends Kennels. Our system alerted us that kennel door 1 was open and then closed unexpectedly, followed by a power outage. Is it correct that your primary residence is the first unit at Forever Friends?
Yeah, but okay, so I'm not the one who got the security system. It was my dad. So I don't
Her dad being Jim Malgren, who is the detective.
know if there's some way to fix this or whatever, but you guys have called me in the middle of the night like 5 times in the past couple of weeks, and it's all turned out to be false alarms. Every time.
I'm so sorry about that, ma'am. I can take a look into why that might be happening if you'd like, but first I need to be sure that you're in a safe situation. Are you currently alone?
Yeah, it's just me. But I'm looking out the window right now, and everything seems fine. I mean, the power's out, but it literally goes out all the time over there, so I'm just gonna go flip the breaker.
Ms. Morgan, we strongly advise against going outside or into the kennels, especially with the power outage. We can call out a police officer dispatched, and they can make sure it's safe before you...
Wait, hold on. Is there any way we don't have to do that? I have to be up at 6, and the last time it took them over an hour to get here for nothing.
Yeah, screw
Please.
Ma'am.
Like I said,
I mean, here's the thing. I understand both perspectives here. I understand her being annoyed because this is happening regularly, and it just seems to be that it's false alarms all the time. So it's like, this is just an annoyance. But on his, he's trying to do his job, and if it turns out that something is wrong and something happens to her and he just lets her go, he's going to be in trouble for that.
Happened a ton of times, and plus the dogs aren't even barking. If someone was in there, they'd be going crazy by now.
Ma'am, I could get in a lot of trouble if anything happened and I didn't call anyone. It's company policy.
How about this? I'll keep you on the phone while I go, okay? I'll switch to my cordless and everything. If anything happens at all, you can call the police.
Miss Milgren.
I will even grab my flashlight. Please.
Damn. Just grabbing a flashlight is getting real.
Tomorrow, and I really just want to get back to sleep.
Just let me at least check tonight's footage to make sure everything looks okay first, all right?
Yeah, of course. Go for it.
Okay. Let me see here.
There we go. So we're looking at it from the perspective of the operator. There's a playback error. Damn.
Okay, I'm getting an error. It's not letting me review it.
Well, I can just head over really quick. Like, real quick.
Well, there's no motion alert in tonight's log, so okay? Just please be quick and safe.
Thank you. Seriously, I'm gonna go throw some clothes on and, grab the cordless, okay?
Yeah,
So
all right.
what are you
Well, look
wearing?
at the false alarms you mentioned and see if I can figure out what's going on with that.
Okay, be right back.
Is this all like 3D rendered? File corrupted. Damn, you got a shoddy service on the go here, man.
Okay, on the cordless. Got my flashlight. Still there?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, heading outside now.
What the what was that?
Another sec.
Okay.
Did he not see that? Did he not see that? Oh god, bro. Tell her. Can you tell her quick? Hello?
Okay, I'm inside. And
Mate, why are you not saying anything?
The power is definitely out. Okay, I'm just gonna go check on the dogs real quick on my way to the basement. But
Oh my
everything
goodness.
seems fine.
Why is he just
I'm really not sure this is a good idea, Miss Milgren. Listen, something's wrong with the recordings I'm seeing of your home.
What do you mean wrong?
Yeah, what do you
Honestly,
mean?
I'm not sure exactly what I'm looking at
Oh,
here.
jeez. How long has that been like that for? Sorry about that, guys. I don't know how long that was. I got so into
The
it.
camera's glitched out or something, but the previous calls you've been getting, they weren't false alarms. Yeah, again, I'm not sure what's going on here, but something's been stalking around your property for a while now. I'm not sure how the previous people who called you didn't notice.
Okay, something like what? An animal or?
No, well, I don't know actually. I just think you should go
Is this the tool thing that they were referring to in like
back
Greylock?
to your house, okay? Please.
Okay, yeah, you win. Let me just make sure that the dogs are okay, and I'll head back over. They're just right here.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna try to look over tonight's footage again, just in case it's decided to work.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, babies. Hi, Mama.
This is like so well done because it feels like so authentic and real. Like this is a genuine conversation. This guy's checking stuff out.
What's wrong?
I don't know. You okay, buddy?
What's going on?
Charlotte? What's going on?
The dogs aren't moving. They're all just standing here.
Well, it's
Ow.
late, so maybe they're just tired or something. But let's just get you back.
That's not it. They're just standing here, not moving. Like, at all.
What is
Not even
going
their
on?
eyes. It's like... Oh my god, it's like they're fucking dead, but they're not.
What the fuck?
What?
Miss Melgren, you need to get out of there and return to your house immediately. I'm sending your information to the police right now.
What's going on?
Get the hell out of the kennel
Okay.
now!
I'm leaving.
What was that? Are you okay?
You made a trip over, man. You should have just been nice and calm. Like, you need to get out of there. Okay, there's something in there. She just fell over. She freaking hit a rake. It went up and smacked her in the face, and she fell over.
Charlotte, are you okay?
It ripped my flashlight.
Charlotte?
It ripped my flashlight. It's gone. Something ripped it out of my hand. I can't see anything.
Something ripped the flashlight out of your hand.
Help me, please, something's in here. Wait.
3 minutes
Charlotte, I
ETA.
sent your information to the North Adams PD, okay? They responded that an officer will be there in 3 minutes. Do you think you can find your way out? Charlotte, listen, you need to try.
Oh, okay. So it's similar to that thing that was like in Katie's room.
And just listen to me, okay? Can you find your way out?
I'm trying.
I mean, the response time's pretty freaking good. She said it took them over an hour last time, and this is 3 minutes, so they're improving.
Charlotte, you're gonna be okay. Just listen to me right now. Feel along the wall until you get to a door or a window, okay? Okay. Do it right now, nice and quick, all right?
Is this like live footage? The door's gone. Oh my god. So the thing is, like, so okay, so the thought forms, it's possible to create a thought form, right? To create something from your own imagination, but is it possible for these things to also alter reality once they've been created? So if they think that door's not there anymore, the door's not there anymore. It's like that scene in The Matrix with Neo and Agent Smith, and like he doesn't have a mouth, he can't speak, and they put that weird ass bug in his belly.
Just keep going. Stay focused. There must be something.
I'm trying.
Ugh, I would be... Yeah, that's horrible.
You need to keep feeling our way out, Charlotte. Don't let anything distract you. Great job, Charlotte.
The door's there.
I'm out and the door's locked.
Okay, very good, Charlotte.
She's out and the door's locked. Okay.
I need you to tell me what room you're in so I can inform the officer.
Yeah, where is she?
Are you able to see now, even just a little?
Yeah, I can't see anything, no. It makes no sense. Nothing is making sense. I have no clue where I am. It's so dark. I can't tell.
I thought you had your flashlight.
Or if I'm blind.
Charlotte, breathe. You need to try and stay as calm as you possibly
Fantastic
can.
voice acting once again.
That dark.
Really good.
Probably can't see you either, okay? So it's important.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Very quiet until the police arrive. Very quiet.
Okay.
Okay, good. Stay right where you are. Keep your back against the wall. All right, the officer's just down the road right now. You're gonna be okay. Now listen, I'm gonna stop talking so we can be completely quiet. But no, I'm still here. I'm not going
Good shout.
until you're safe.
Good shout.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Stop talking.
I should have listened to you.
Charlotte, stop talking.
It's all okay. We're gonna get you out of there. Now, no more talking.
Got some wet ass feet. What is that sound? Sounds like someone sniffing. Oh god, it's gonna get really loud. I can sense it.
I think my skin is moving.
Bro, what, you think your skin is moving? What the hell does that mean? Oh man, the call operator here must feel so helpless. I feel so sorry for 911 operators and 999 operators, man. Some of the stuff they must hear over the phone. Oh my god. Imagine the amount of people that have like took their own life on the phone, or like been murdered over the phone whilst they're being called, or like burned alive, or like, oh my god, you gotta have a stomach and a freaking closed off heart to do a job like that. It's so bad.
And an important test. This
Here
test
we
is
go.
made up of 5 statements. You will check true or false beside the corresponding number for each statement in your workbook. If you do not have your workbook, simply write 1 through 5 vertically on a piece of paper and write T or F beside each number. You will have 5 seconds to respond to each statement. Your test begins now.
Okay.
Statement number 1. This video system is physically changing your brain.
True. I mean, I can see this thing right here moving.
This video system leverages the principles of neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections. Through these specific audio-visual stimuli and cognitive exercises, it's influencing specific neural pathways in your brain, thereby physically altering the structure and function of your brain in response to this experience.
That doesn't sound fun. I'm not
Statement
gonna
number
lie.
2. Only a very small percentage of people will never betray their moral values, no matter the situation.
True. Wait, what?
Under the right circumstances, such as intense peer pressure, survival situations, or psychological manipulation, it's proven that anyone can be made to betray even the strongest attachments to moral values.
Really?
Statement number 3.
Well, that's terrifying.
Through your conscious mind, you make your own decisions.
No, it's the subconscious mind, right? That's what I'm guessing.
A large portion of human decision-making occurs at an unconscious level. The conscious mind rationalizes these decisions after the fact, making the person believe they made a deliberate choice. Choice is an illusion. Statement number 4. We all have our moral thoughts and desires, but it's critical to focus our energy on the positive aspects of ourselves so that we can be better people.
True. Very true. This test is making you into a bad person.
The darkest aspects of your mind are part of a larger psychological entity that resides deep within your unconscious. This shadow entity cannot be reasoned with. It cannot be ignored. You cannot subdue it, lock it away, or eliminate it.
I don't believe in that.
Any such thing has the opposite effect, only making it stronger, darker, and more dangerous.
This is all kind of coming full circle at this point. It feels like this whole thing's like devil worshipy in a way, you know what I mean? And that thing isn't a god, it's like it's a demon that...
Statement number 5. Opening the door to your shadow psyche and embracing your darkest urges as a part of yourself is the only way to live a fulfilling life.
No, listen, there's shadow work that you can do to improve, be a better person, but to just say, oh yeah, you know what, I'm a bad person, let me just open up the shadow brain, let me unlock the alpha brain and let that take over, and I'm not going to take any responsibility for what I do now because it's the alpha brain. I mean, no, that's silly. We're all responsible for changing and being better people. Yeah, this is bad. This company's bad. Open the black door.
Testing complete.
Right, so it seems like the black door, because that was the same thing that Tiffany went through with her therapist, so it seems like this thing was happening before it became like this virtual thing. So they were accessing a part of the mind potentially that was more susceptible to creating thought forms and a very particular set of thoughts, because it just seems like they're all monsters. To what end, I don't know. I don't know why they want to create a bunch of monsters. Section 5. Okay, that thing's gone now, so I'm imagining it's inside our brain. Establishing the subliminal bridge.
What you are about to experience has been carefully constructed in combination with previous exercises to create a connection point between your conscious and unconscious mind. This is our final section of this tape. Please watch and listen very closely. Do not look away or shield your eyes for any reason.
Got it, let's go. Let's awaken.
Remember, your fear and vulnerability are essential components to this process. Activation of the subliminal bridge will begin in 5 seconds.
Right, here we go then. Let's mess my shit up. Ew. What is this? it's meant to be doing something to your brain. I'm gonna have really weird dreams tonight. I think I might have said that in the last video. I just know I'm gonna have super strange dreams. Okay, you know what? No, I'm gonna leave my theory until the end here. Ew. Freaking spring trap. I can't hear you, mate. I don't know what you're saying. You look happy though, so you must be. Oh. Oof. Oh my god, this feels like a dream. Okay. That's someone in the shower. Oh god. Who is it? Oh, I don't like this. Yeah, that's not nice. That really hurting my brain. What is this meant to be doing though? Like in this world? It's meant to be making us like more docile. More controllable maybe. It just seems like it just makes people violent and angry. Man, it feels like I'm tripping on acid. And I've never tripped on acid before. I don't think I need to after watching this video. I don't know what you just said, mate. Is that a jellyfish? Why did they agree to do this? I really don't like this. This is making me feel weird. It's creepy as hell. This could be just saying anything to me. It could be like making me go freaking kill someone for all I know. It could be wiring my brain to think all sorts of weird. What? Okay, this is weirding me out. That's the tunnel. Oh, it's like an infinite tunnel. It's like just as you get outside, it resets. I'm so curious. So what, now we're asleep as Sal? Say that again.
No sign of the smell ray.
Okay.
Panels are empty too.
So this is the officer.
Okay, well,
Proceeding to the basement. North Adams Police. Anybody down here?
Oh God, I remember this.
Jesus,
It is
it's dark in here.
There's bits that stick out to me about like this series, and this was definitely one of them.
The fuck was that?
The fuck was that?
What the fuck's that smell? Jesus Christ.
Rotten flesh. You're about to find out what that smell is, bro. God, I shit my pants. Oh. I'm gonna have to blur that, guys, unfortunately. So you guys are gonna have to go and watch for yourself. But it looks like the woman has been blended in with the dogs. But like she's got like dog teeth almost. So she's been transformed into whatever was happening to those workers in the mine. So it's almost like when these things. Next tape, T3,
Well
the
done on
shadow,
completing the
communion and assimilation. Is that actually going to be the next tape? Is that what's going to come out? Because this came out like this was at the end of season. I think this is season 1. I don't know if this is season 1 or not. It's over a year ago now. I think maybe even 2 years ago. This started in 2023. So yeah, it's probably approaching 2 years now, actually. So is it that when these things appear, like it just creates this kind of radiation effect in which it turns everything kind of into whatever that thing is? The thing is, where does that thing come from, and who was thinking up these things? Why were they making monsters over just like making normal things? So it's all to do with the company at the start, who for some reason wanted to connect all America, and they say connect all America, but it just means bugging their homes basically. And from there, Dimiosin, what was the name? Simiodin, Jesus, my memory is absolutely awful. Simiodine, okay. So I'm just confused. The thing is, like, so this whole series is basically someone getting their hands on archival tapes from Simiodine, and I believe it's probably the detective, right? Jim Malgren, sorry. God, my memory is freaking awful. Because something happened, like this happened to her, but she was a patient or a subject of these tests, of these field tests of what we just saw. She was a member of that. So she kind of, I guess it makes her more susceptible to creating these thought forms. To what end, I still don't know. I don't know why they're trying to make these creatures. Maybe the Simiodine is related directly to this monster or whatever it is that lives within Mount Greylock, and it's just like working in cahoots to like, the whole thing of like working with the devil, or like the devil's got a plan for you. I think that's what Simiodine is with this thing, and it's like creating these monsters. To what end, I don't know. If it's like to control people or to turn people into like weapons or just monsters. I don't know why they would want to do that. I really enjoy, like, because it does all the horror tropes so well. Like, the voice acting is amazing. The freaking sound design's really good. The visuals are so good. Honestly, Greylock is probably my #1 analog horror. Like, I genuinely, I really enjoy it. The story's great. It's confusing, but I don't think it's complete. There are pieces there to put together, but I don't think the whole story is being told. There's like bits and pieces that I'm confused about, like the whole Katie situation. Like, why was she shown with that monster? I'm guessing they were showing that they were experimenting with kids at the time, because that's what happened with Tiffany as well. She was being experimented on. Like, before this whole virtual like test or whatever this thing was, they were using therapists to open the black door, and it seems like opening this black door does something to the mind, maybe. And maybe that's what they wanted to do. Maybe they wanted to activate a part of your mind which makes you more docile and more controllable, but they don't know that within this part of your mind something dark lurks that we can then manifest out into the real world. I don't know, I'm not sure, but I really enjoy Greylock, and you guys should definitely go check out the series for yourself. Go support the Patreon as well, it will be linked down below. Honestly, I couldn't think of a creator that deserves it more, deserves your support more, in honesty. So go check them out, go subscribe, like, watch the videos for yourself, and let me know what you think's going on, guys, and where you think this series is going to go. It'll be very interesting to see. But that is where this video ends, guys. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.